Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming. Bartender whispers something.
All right, we are back. By the way, I'm fucking
Stuffed.
amped for the show.
Me too.
I've been thinking about this show like I used to think about
Day
Pamela
ones.
Anderson on fucking
Day
Baywatch,
ones.
All right?
Day ones, bro.
This was supposed to be the first guest show ever. Was supposed to be Craig Kimberley, who's here with us now.
Supposed to be the first guest, yes.
Yes. And we have him
Here
now
we are.
in-house.
Here we are.
It took a while, but like all good things.
I've been dreaming of this night since however that engagement
Yeah,
broke
that
off.
was
Whatever
like,
went down,
over a
fuck
year and a
that.
half ago or something like that. So, real quick before we get into you and everything, we will get there. I gotta tell a quick story. Okay, so fucking tell me how this makes sense. Took Tommy yesterday to the Border Cafe. By the way, he times it now. He wants to know how quick you get in and out of Border Cafe. How long do you think it took me and Tommy to sit down, eat split a thing of steak fajitas, package it up, pay the bill. I drank a beer.
42 minutes.
No.
23 minutes.
In and out.
Sit to fucking out. Is that crazy or what?
It is crazy.
You know what it is? We have it down to a
That
science.
makes sense.
I was going
She
to be
comes
up.
over, I
I was
order.
in the 50s, 53
Yeah.
minutes.
She comes over, I order everything while they're giving me the chips with the beer. And then, like, I'm giving her my... it's become a game to us to see how fast
And
we
bring me
can
the check, too.
Yeah. So anyways, on the way back, the girls obviously can't eat there. The celiac disease. So I stopped at Kelly's. She's like, Kelly's fries. Now, we all know how we feel about Kelly's. That said, first of all, it took Tommy time that. It took longer to wait in the Kelly's drive-thru than it took to eat it.
I believe that.
Whatever. So I say to the girl, I go, can I get 2 large fries? And she goes, do you really need 2? She's like, they're made for 7 people. And I'm like, no, I'll just get 1 then. And as I pull up, I'm like, to Tommy, I'm like, fuck, make something for 7 people. Like, where'd that fucking number come from?
Arbitrary fucked up
Kelly's
numbers.
like,
Americans
dude,
do.
7. Like 7 people? Like, when are you going out with 7 people to Kelly's? You know what I mean? Apparently it's the perfect amount of fries, though, for 7 people.
No, it's not.
That's what she says. It's
So-
a big bag of fries.
Designated
So
driver.
did you end up only getting 1?
Yeah, I only got 1. It was perfect amount for 2 girls, so I don't know. They ate them throughout the day. So, anyways, by the way, big fucking week on deck. The comedy show.
Yep.
Is there?
19th, Friday night. Danny, how are we feeling?
Oh, that's the next one?
If we're being honest, I'm a little rattled. I'm a little rattled, but I'm not.
From the last one?
No. I'm ready for this one.
Oh.
This is Friday night at the Malden Irish American.
Yeah.
Danny's performing.
I'm a little rattled, but I'm not scared. I'm just like, holy shit, it's a home game.
Yeah, this is you're in
This is it.
you're in your own backyard here.
That's it. So here we are. But you're gonna get the best of me. That's it.
And it's secret sold out. Like, they put 250 tickets out there.
Yeah,
and
we're
there's
already-
like 300 plus people.
Yeah,
I think
fact.
I think the
Come
more
through.
you so I think with
How
anything.
do I get in now?
Now you know this, Craig.
You can.
Craig's actually
You can.
Craig's a
You can.
musician. He's played in touring bands. I don't know if you know that. He's a Renaissance man, by the way. That's what I would say about Craig.
Renaissance. Can't spell
The more
it.
you do anything, the more you do anything, like eventually you'll be to the point where you just be like, you know, you are capable of doing this, so it's like it doesn't affect you really anymore. Like, I don't really get nervous to play music. I get more like, oh, this will be fun. You know what I mean? And I don't like, but like when I first started,
'Cause
I
you've
was
done- you've
fucking
done it
shitting my
hundreds of
pants.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
and you'd
I'm
be
the-
trying to remember the words in your head before, and you're like, oh shit, like, how am I gonna remember all this stuff? And then
Again, it's never. No, everyone's like, "Are you scared to
don't
get on
have a panic attack. So
It's
they-
not. It's not like, "Are you scared to get on stage?" I'm not scared to get on stage.
No,
I don't give
no,
a
no.
fuck about that. I'm just more like, damn. I'm like in my home city, doing my shit, blah blah blah, and it's sold out and then some.
Yeah, and it's all your friends.
Yeah.
So like, they've all saw me in a fucking backyard talking jokes.
Yeah.
It's a little different when you're on stage.
Yeah,
That's-
you've held a party and you've held a room, but now it's in hometown, couple hundred folks.
So that's all it is to me. I don't give a fuck if they laugh or not. They're gonna laugh at me.
regardless.
No, like 2 weeks later, and they're gonna make when you bombed. Like I don't care about
Whatever,
that.
yeah. If you can't fail, then you shouldn't be doing this anyway.
But,
I agree.
So it is what it is. So I'm gonna be up there, fucking living our life. We got Paul Gilligan. Listen, you got to get there early. He's double booked. You got to get there early. He's number one on the ballot that day.
Listen, let me tell you right now. There's
Excellent.
2 people in this room that aren't nervous. 3. Me and Fitzy specifically, because we're not getting up there to do anything.
Correct.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you right now. I went
It's
last
not
night.
a nerve. It's more like a.
Dude, I went out last night.
Yeah, just get that first 30 seconds, man.
It's
Just
more.
get
It's more
up
of
there
a.
and get
It's just
going.
more of a.
I went
I need
out
that.
last night with Josh and a bunch of our friends, and like, he was like, dude, he's like, I have so much fucking respect for Danny for doing that. He's like, it's not like an easy thing to just do. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, he's like,
It's
it's
one of the
fucking
harder things to do, actually.
Yeah, like
and
anybody
of all
put.
performing arts, it's actually one of the hardest.
I would totally
And
agree.
I've said it a zillion times on here. I'm like, I don't think I'm even the funniest dude in my circle, but like, I'm just the fucking donkey that can get on stage and do that. You know what I mean? Like, my fam.
Showing up, baby.
That's it.
Showing up.
But like Christmas Day or Christmas, you're all at your Christmas table. My cousin, Pat and Mike, forget it. They're way funnier than me. Way funnier. It's not even close. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, fuck, dude. But I'm the only asshole to be like, hey, is it open karaoke at the Asian spot down the street? I'm in. And I'll do that.
Hey, you know what? I haven't told anybody this yet, but I have a surprise. I'm coming with a scally, and I'm gonna go up and do Russo's whole act beforehand. And be like, hello, everybody. It's gonna be a fucking awesome time. By the way, silver seat left at my table. Anybody wants it? Craig, you want it?
I'm in.
You can have it then.
You coming?
You can come.
Is it this Friday?
Yes.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
I have an open seat at my table.
Are you
all
for real
set.
coming? Don't fuck with me.
No, I'm going to double check right now. Let's see.
Don't bring any ribs. Chumptown's
Yep,
cooking.
Yep, still unemployed. Let's
I
go.
love it. Let's go.
I'm
Awesome.
in.
You got
Yeah,
the ticket.
I
That's
did-
great.
Hold on. This makes up a perfect point, Fitz.
Right.
Friday after next, when you said it was a terrible Christmas movie, Cat Williams has a great line in that movie, and he goes, "Let me check my Palm Pilot. Looks like I ain't doing shit." and that's Craig.
All right, you're right.
you
It's a
go.
great movie.
There you go.
You win.
Except this is real life.
By the way, so dry January is going very wet. We were asked about it on Friday
Damp.
night.
It's
when
damp. It's damp.
Me and Danny went out for beers with Glenn with one end.
It's damp.
And then the Turners.
It's been a bad fucking month for Danny Gillis.
Yeah. But Fitzy, you left us in the lurch here beforehand. You would not reveal
the show, yeah.
Yeah, reveal to us if you have or have not been pure.
Well, so there's been a couple tests, a couple serious tests, right? And yesterday was probably the worst one. So my daughter had a dance competition, not a competition, a showcase from noon to 3.
Yeah.
I was in an auditorium with my son watching dance.
That's horrible.
It was long. It wasn't terrible, but it
father
was
right
long,
there.
right? So then
That's what we do.
that was in Andover. So after that, we go out to eat. We have pizza and salads and stuff like that. And then Connor's playing hockey at Merrimack. Merrimack was playing UMass Amherst yesterday. That game's at 7 o'clock. We had to be there at 5 because I had to be sitting there ready to get him dressed in between periods.
yeah.
They had a total of 3 minutes where we had to
Get them dressed.
No, it was like 13 minutes to get them dressed, but 3 minutes where they had to be ready on the ice and then off the ice so the Zambonis could clean the ice for the game.
Right.
Kids were running around everywhere. I was stressed the fuck out, but I got a song queued up for how I'm doing on dry January. Let's fucking go.
You gotta
dude.
pause that quick, or else we'll get this taken down on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Just cost us $600.
So you're
So
still standing.
I'm still standing. The lone
I love
oak
it.
is still standing, right? That's got to be the most homoerotic video I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think I've
Go
seen
ahead
that
and watch
video.
Say something.
Go
I
ahead
just
and watch
looked
that
at it
video.
and
Yeah,
I was
that's
like-
saying something.
I just looked at it and I was like, whoa.
You never clicked on the wrong link on X videos?
Man thongs and cod pieces everywhere in that fucking video.
And he's still standing.
And I'm still standing.
Okay, so
Good for you, brother.
Craig Kimberley is here.
Yeah. We got now we're into the
let's
meat
get
and
the backstory.
The
So
meat
back-
and potatoes.
We really all met through the beef page.
Yep.
Through
Yeah.
North Shore Beefs. Shout out, go follow North Shore Beefs on Instagram, on Facebook. Join the group. Don't be a pussy. And you went head to head with Danny for MVP of the group.
That's right.
In a video contest, correct?
Early on in my beefing career.
Now, for people to know, Craig is the one who did the golf video for Fitzy.
Yep.
He is a professional videographer, amongst other things. And Danny is not a professional videographer.
No.
Your videos that you make for the Beefs page are amongst the best.
Legendary.
No,
they're my favorites.
I would say they're 100% my
They're
favorite.
my favorites. You know why they're my favorites? Because I know I'm going to have, like, when I watch Danny, I know it's going to be like a minute and a half of Fitzy, but, like, when I watch you, I'm
gonna be a
like,
month.
shit's going to get weighed. It's going to
Could
get a
be
fucking
epic.
we're going to get you temp the beef, like, everything. So,
The best part is like when me and him were going at it, right?
Yeah.
And we've always been boys. Like we've never had a fucking beef, dude. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it was
fun.
proper page
Yeah.
beef.
Yeah,
But-
friendly competition.
But it. So I called him out and I was like, "This dude's outsized with fucking lazy Susans and all.
He said, Martha Stewart.
What a fucking piece of dog shit!" And all of a sudden, he just comes back and he's like, "Wait, that's all you think I got?" And he pulls out a fucking thermometer and stuffs it in the beef, dude. And I was like, "Fuck, I can't beat this dude."
It was fuel for the fire.
It was awesome. Like he was like, "I got a fucking thermometer," and just stuffed in the beef. He was like, "That's fucking terrible."
But then the best one was the one when you went and picked out the cow and you had
Oh, the
McLovin.
Go Fuck Yourself, the movie.
it was unbelievable.
Which was what got me to the MVP basically, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that. But that was a blast. Speaking of someone nobody's ever seen since that shoot.
Since then, yeah.
But that was fun because
McChuggin.
there was McChuggin.
Yeah.
There's Costa, right? Costa.
Yeah.
There is actually a small farm in Rockport, on Cape Ann, on the island, and that's where I shot that. I went to that place and I was like, "Hey man, can I,
They were cool about it.
Oh yeah," I told him what was going on, and he's like, "You're what?" And old cat was like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." I was like, "Here's what I need to do. I need to come over here, early in the morning, kind of sunrise, because I have other cow footage, obviously from what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I got some sweet cow footage. I just need to roll up, point at a cow, make pretend we shoot it, and then get out of here. And he was
She'll
like,
do
"What?"
just
I'm like-
fine.
I was like, "Don't worry, I'm not going like this." Yeah, and then literally it was just like 5 minutes there. I set up my tripod. And
Yeah.
But that whole thing was a blast, man.
was
That
awesome, dude.
That was a retaliation because what's his dick that has the breakfast page? The
Billy.
No,
Billy's
the-
Vessery?
No, the kid that has the breakfast sandwich page. He moved to L.A. He's a comic.
Oh,
Oh, I know what
Quigley.
you're talking about.
Quigley.
Quigley,
Yeah.
fucking Quigley. Oh my god. So it stemmed from he had posted a beef video where there was some editing in it, and I kind of felt like, oh well, the rules here are just shoot with your phone and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what sparked that.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like, if we're gonna go down that road, I'm gonna do some shit right
I'm gonna
here.
fuck you up right
I'm
now.
gonna do something silly and
Yeah.
see how the 100 different things I had written for that bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But and one of them was actually a Rocky bit, like one-handed push-ups and stuff. And then
Costa did that.
Costa came out and I was like, oh, we're gonna fucking do something now. And then I thought, what would be great is to get him in my video.
Yeah.
And fucking, that'll either sink or swim.
Oh, it was awesome.
So
it was
that
fucking.
was
It was
fun.
great.
Those are classic days now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what.
Can't find that type of humor anymore.
Oh no.
It's only like 2 hours ago, but whatever.
Yeah. Nobody's doing those reviews like that.
God damn it.
In addition to obviously that being the way we met you, you are have been in the past a competition barbecue. What would I call that? Specialist? Whatever you want to say.
Pitmaster. Whatever you want to call yourself.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got to say this.
competition
3 or 4
code.
different things that I really enjoy watching on YouTube or TV. Some of them I've talked about this. Some of them are like mountain climbing.
I think we're gonna. Well, that's not gonna be the thing we're gonna agree on. But I think we're gonna agree on this.
I watch, if it's barbecue content on YouTube, I fucking take it in.
I'm in.
Me and my buddy Kev Meyer. Now, Kev Meyer has met Craig. He was with us at the golf tournament. I don't even know if Kev Meyer likes me, and I'm one of his best friends. He met Craig, and he turns to me and goes, that guy's fucking good dude. He goes, you see how long he took to think about the answer? Because he asked you what your favorite place you've been to was. And he's like, he really thought about his answer, Hearn. He's like, that's a sign of a deep thinker. I like that.
Shit matter.
Yeah, it does matter, right? So anyways, I take in tons of content. And then I didn't know about the BBQ IT is the channel, your channel.
Yeah.
So I had no idea about that. And even meeting you and stuff. And then somehow, it came up.
baby.
It came up and I'm like, holy shit, Craig has a dude, I motored through this fucking guy's page. Like, it was like a Saturday, it was raining out. I just went through everything. I've watched most of the videos twice, I think. Like,
Oh my God.
because I watch it all, like Meat Church, Jeremy Yoder, Franklin Barbecue. I watch all of those channels.
See that?
We had your ribs before this started. Get your eyes off the fucking TV. I'm talking to Craig. Jesus Christ,
That was
Danny.
insane. That was insane.
34-16
All right,
Packers.
listen. Let's get me
We're
get my,
listening,
get my
though.
fucking composure back here. Trying to talk
listening.
about a fucking. I'm about to turn the TV off. All right, this is Dad talking right now. Where was I?
We had ribs.
Ribs. And we
We
crushed
had
them.
ribs beforehand, and they were fucking unbelievable.
Crushed them.
You made us ribs. You brought them.
I had to show up with food.
So Fitzy ate them first. I have a little video that I'll post. Fitzy had them first, and he was like, I saw the look in Fitzy's eyes where it's like he
I couldn't
glazes
even
over.
talk. I didn't even. I said no words until I had my second and maybe third bite because of how juicy they were. They fell right off the bone. Bite right through it. No tough, nothing. And they were sweet. The barbecue sauce was like sweet.
No, but the
And then it
barbecue
had
sauce
that
he
little-
gave us.
Yeah, yeah, that was fire too.
We didn't
No,
put
no,
it
you
on
don't-
there.
you
the
don't
first
even
time.
need it. You
Yeah,
don't
you
need
don't
it.
need.
Yeah.
You didn't need it.
And then it has a little bit of a bite at the end, a little heat. Not a lot though. Just fucking
Tiny bit of
perfect.
heat.
And I love pork when it's like that, where you can like the fats
Yeah.
in there. It's just
Yeah.
fucking liquid
Rendered.
fat.
It's just
Yeah.
rendered, as
making
they
me
say.
hungry
This diet's never gonna work.
So,
This guy's fucked.
how did you get into like that whole thing?
Gosh, how did I get? Well,
You lived down south for a little bit, right?
yeah, I mean, so I guess like I started building like a love for barbecue when I was touring in a blues band. When I
Yep.
lived in New Mexico, and I
Whoa.
basically dropped out of college.
These guys live like 30 lives.
to
dude.
tour as a bass player in a blues band. Todd T. Harina, and then we changed it to Todd T. and the Lowdowns.
Yep.
Because that was a name I came up with in high school, the Lowdowns. So we're a touring three-piece power Texas blues.
Love it.
You know, I
Think
was a
ZZ
bass
Top
player.
with Craig in it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
you know, that was my job. That was like 3, 4, 5 nights a week. I was on the road playing. So we 2 weeks on, 2 weeks back in Albuquerque, 2 weeks Texas, back. You know,
Yep.
tour the whole Southwest. So when I was doing that during the day, it was like, what the fuck am I gonna do once we drive into the town? So I'd started, you know, in Texas, I'd start checking out barbecue places, New Mexico too, Arizona, and then just started like developing a like and not like for certain shit. And then it was like, well, wherever I travel, anywhere, I want to, you know, see if I can find some good barbecue. But it wasn't like, you know, writing it down in a book or
Yeah.
serious like that. But it was just like, oh yeah, let's go see if they have good brisket. So fast forward that to, always was grilling from like, well, actually, let's go to like 2001 when I got married. And I found out that they had that thing called a registry, which I had no idea what the hell that was.
Yeah.
And that blew my freaking mind, by the way, to this day. If any of you young cats haven't gotten married yet, they got this shit, where they did back then at least, and you sign up for stuff you want,
Yeah.
and then people go get it for you.
Yeah.
It's like your dream Christmas.
Yeah.
And on there, I put a little patio grill on that thing, and of course a skill saw and some fucking all-clad pans and shit, knives and stuff. But I put on this little patio, you know, grill thing, and then I quickly realized that's not big enough. I need something more, and behave.
There you go.
And then my stepfather had properties in Virginia, and now at this point I'm in Virginia and back in Virginia, I should say, from New Mexico back to Virginia, and late '90s, and he's like, "There's this like grill over here at one of these houses somebody left. Do you want it?" And he described it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I want that thing." I knew it was a smoker, a little stick burner with a side, little offset stick burner, and so I went and picked that up, and then just started at it. Just practicing, you know, cooking stuff. My buddy Nick had made some ribs on a gas grill once, and we did it together, and I thought that was pretty impressive. So I started mastering that first, actually, using a smoke box.
Yep.
So then I just built, and I got more serious into it, and then then I was confident enough to like show up at a party with barbecue or have people come over and eat barbecue.
Yep.
And then people were like, "Well, gee, Craig, like you make videos for a living, and you love barbecue. Maybe you should make barbecue videos." It was literally how it went down.
Yeah.
A bunch of people like, "Yeah, why don't you do YouTube?" And I'm like, I'd been doing online videos since 2005. The same year YouTube came out, I started making videos in Norfolk, Virginia for a website called HamptonRoads.tv.
Okay.
So back then I did my first barbecue video, which was me making ribs on a gas grill.
Oh, nice.
And I have Leanne Whippen. She is like one of the most famous female barbecue chefs, one of the most famous barbecue chefs, and probably one of the top 2 female barbecue chefs in the world.
She's been a judge on all the shows.
Yeah,
right?
she's been on
I've seen
every.
her,
You've
yeah.
seen
Yep.
Leanne Whippet on
Yep.
everything.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly what it
I
is.
had gone and did a video at one of the like a big fairgrounds thing in Chesapeake, Virginia, and she was there, and a friend of mine from high school was actually working with her. And I was like, "Come on, can I film you making your ribs and do a little video?" She's like, "Sure." And then that's what sparked. I was like, "Well, I need to do my rib video, film it, and I'll put Leanne in my video." And I didn't realize that. I don't know if she was as famous then. 'Cause
Yeah.
this is 2005.
Sure.
But basically, that's pretty much that's what started it.
Yep.
And so in like 2018, I decided, me and a buddy Ted, we were working on a blues documentary in Mississippi, and on that trip we had to drive there because it's called the Blues Trail Revisited, and on that trip we had to drive there, and he had already decided. He was like, "You got to do the barbecue channel. I'll give you a shot. I'll give you help. I'll help you out." And back then he would help film, so I wouldn't be
Yep.
alone all the time. And as we're driving out there, I'm Googling on my phone and stuff, going to, we're shooting this blues thing on the road, and I found out about Memphis in May, and I was like, "Holy shit, Ted! Like we're going our way to Clarksdale, Mississippi, and Memphis in May starts on our way back. We have to drive back to Massachusetts." I was like, "We got to stop. We got to stop in and see what, I did not know what it was in 2017, what Memphis in May was.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I had shot an episode yet. I had decided on the name Barbecue It. I was going to do it and was going to shoot some stuff on this blues trip, like go to some barbecue places and stuff and get the ball rolling. And then, man, got in there, snuck my camera gear in there, which was another crazy stories to get in that. But then I just saw the whole competition thing going down. I met Malcolm Reed from How to Barbecue Right,
Yep.
which was like, when I saw his stuff, I was like, this guy's crushing it. I want to make barbecue. I want to do it different. I want to have a different looking show. But there
Yep.
wasn't, and that year there wasn't a lot of, there was like 4 or 5 really good barbecue guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't huge.
Yeah.
Maybe like 10. And then I saw Memphis in May. I was like, oh my God, I want to start a barbecue team. I got to launch this channel. But 12 months later, I was back at Memphis in May, competing at Memphis in May with the patio porkers.
Let's go.
And it was just like, I drove cross country in a rented truck and a big trailer. And
Yeah.
my buddy Ted helped me pull all this stuff off back then because I couldn't have done it alone, you know?
Yeah.
And I just jumped in head first. My first barbecue contest was the World Championships of Pork. Like, that's how hard we went.
Yeah.
And my buddy, my buddy James Eves, he was like my co-pilot driving out there. You know, he's now become a pretty good barbecue cook too. And my buddy Dan Lane, who's a chef, at the tack room, he's a 4 or 5 star chef. I mean, he's world-class chef,
Yeah.
actually. I asked him, like, dude, you love barbecue, you want to get on my team? So we started barbecuing together, and then we went competing together. So that's just basically, I just threw myself into it, all because of trying to start the YouTube channel. So it went from just liking to cook barbecue to now I've got to launch this channel.
Yeah.
which was full fucking steam ahead until COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then I slammed on the brakes.
Yeah, which probably part of the reason I like you, Craig, is that, like, very similar to myself. Like, Maggie is not happy when she sees that I've taken an interest in any type of new hobby, because she's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Fuck, here we go!" Like,
Fucking gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna lose this now. That's all I'll talk about. It's all I want to do. So
Exactly.
here's one of the things I really like about your channel. I watch them all, like I said. Like, I really just enjoy watching them.
only
I
like
love
50
barbecue. Like, I fucking love eating barbecue. I do it half-assed by myself. But you watch a lot of these channels, and, like, they're working with fucking 250-gallon propane tank pits. Like custom-made pits that are fucking $10,000, right? On your channel, a lot of the stuff you cook, you do on a Weber kettle.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right? And, like, I'm like, somebody can watch this and they can do this. You know what I
That
mean?
was the whole idea behind that exact
Yeah.
that approach. Now I eventually got like a Humphrey smoker, like a cabinet smoker, really fancy
Yep.
for competition. I showed it on the show maybe once or twice, but I wanted it to be accessible.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be whether you were the first year barbecuer or you've been doing it for a long time, I wanted to be able to offer even those guys something, And then, there's just the love for the Weber kettle and all the different ones they have.
How many do you
And
have?
It's like 20, 30. Something. That was a couple dozen. But I try to give them away a lot, and I do. I
Yeah.
give them away to people. Originally, it was going to be like, explaining to my wife. I was like, yeah, I mean, I need these for my set because I got to have them in the background and all this shit. I mean, it's just like, it's fucking. I accidentally went to the grocery store once with her, forgetting that there was a fucking grill in the back. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm like, cut the phone on because this is going to be good. I'm like, oh, shit. Hit the button.
But you can get a Weber kettle on Facebook Marketplace for like short money, right?
Yeah, you can get, just regular black ones or whatever.
Yeah.
But I got into like, the codes, how old they are,
Okay.
83, 72.
Best years type of
like
things?
all the years, the different colors.
Vintage Weber
all
kettles.
Vintage shit and all that stuff. The Smoky Joe, the 18, the Go Anywhere, the 22, the Deluxe 22, whatever, the tricked out, I have 26ers.
Yeah.
I've got a Glen Blue 26, which is like sky blue.
It's like porn talk.
Still in the fucking box.
It's the least shocking thing in the world that he was into musical instruments because this is how guys play music. It's like guitars.
Like you said, it's the same thing. Like point me in a direction. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just fuck it. I've got grills in other states I haven't picked up yet.
Could
I've
you
got
imagine?
grills I bought that I forgot I bought them and they're sitting somewhere.
Do you have a stick burner?
Yeah,
Like an
I
offset?
still have that one. Actually, so that one I had in Virginia, I had to leave. Couldn't get it on the fucking the truck because we had packed it so tight.
Yeah.
Had to leave it to my buddy. And when I got here, my aunt and my wife Hannah bought me a new one, like a Home Depot, stick burner.
Yeah.
For my birthday in like 2012, and just started it up from there again.
Yep.
And I still have that one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I still have that
So
one.
it's funny that you say you started with the gas grill with the little
With the
smoke box.
Yep.
I tried that. I'd say 2 years ago because I got just a Weber 4-burner regular. What do they call those?
Spirit, whatever. Yeah.
No, it's
Genesis.
yeah, Genesis, yeah.
Yeah.
Genesis.
Anyway, so I tried that, but I tried it on a day like today. It was like
Windy. Oh.
It was like 33 degrees and windy as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks. I'm never doing this again. But
Nope.
that's not ideal. I know that.
No,
and it's
especially with the gas
unrealistic.
grill, the wind will
Yeah,
right
because
through that thing.
there's holes everywhere, you know? So my question to you, this summer I want to start like getting into it, but I want to obviously I don't have a ton of money to get into it. I was looking at Weber kettles, and they have like I want to say it's a 18 or a 22 inch for like $200 because it's got the ash catch
Yeah, you
at
need
the bottom.
You need the clean out system. You
Yeah, you don't
they
want
still
just
sell
the-
them with the disc on the bottom. Actually,
Yeah, I'm not.
I think
they
the 18s
do.
they do. You don't want the one where
Yeah.
So I looked at that one, and me being cheap, I don't pay for cable, Danny. Me being cheap, I looked at that one, and it was like $118, and I was like, oh, I could probably get that one. And then I'm like,
$118.
look at that, it's got 3 holes at the bottom that just dump the ash straight on
Yeah.
your,
Oh,
on
the
your
little
deck
daisies.
or whatever.
Yeah, that you forget are hot and you go to.
Yeah.
All right,
you
so
don't want that one.
You recommend getting the clean out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You have to.
And
Spend
what
the
else?
money, Fitz.
Yeah, I will.
Dropped a dime on a kid.
And then
You spent money on that lineup.
I did, yeah.
Fucking look sharp. Does he do that for every show?
No,
I came in
just
here
yours.
looking rough,
I
man.
knew you
I
were
was
coming.
like, Fitz, he's gonna come in lined
Yeah.
up, and I'm not. Fuck.
I knew you were coming. So I need a chimney.
You gotta have a chimney and a good one, a Weber one. Actually, Weber makes the best chimney, basically.
Okay.
Metal tube
Yep.
with a handle,
And then-
plastic handle.
The startup, what else am I going to need?
Good charcoal. Don't go
Yep.
buying Kingsford bullshit.
Yep.
You need to learn how to use lump charcoal and how to use briquettes and when to use each one. It depends on what you cook and how long you're going to cook and how hot you want to cook something. All those are variables. You don't want to throw a chimney full of, you don't want to throw a chimney of lump hard charcoal, get it steaming hot, get it ripping hot to where it's gray on the top, dump it and cook hot dogs over it. You're going to burn them in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you have to learn, what charcoal to use, what temperature to cook at, which is part of what I show on my channel.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, hey, here's how you grill a fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
Which,
Like
it's not sexy.
I
but
think the
it's
first one I saw was the short ribs one. Where you do it on the front,
which was
on
one
your
of the
front
last
porch.
recipes I did before COVID or during COVID.
And I was like, I remember being like, first of all, watching this, I know this guy, but also I was like, wait, yeah, I could make this. A Weber kettle's a couple $100. You know what I mean?
it's not a
Like,
big deal.
like, because that's the thing. It's like, no matter what it is, the barrier to entry for a lot of people is like, you can't get it. I don't, I'm not gonna buy a Traeger for $800, not know if I'm gonna like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whereas like a Weber kettle, somebody's already got one kicking around, probably. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Facebook, tons of them.
Yep.
I got tons of them. If you guys want some grills, holla at me. My wife will fucking love you to death. But Fitzy, a couple things. Like, so you said, what do you need to start? So you pick out your grill. You pick out, good charcoal. Like I said, good lump. Get some fire.
What's a good lump though?
So there's a few top brands.
Because I honestly I think all I see is ever is Kingsford.
Well, that's just briquettes usually. I don't even know if Kingsford has lump.
Yeah.
Kingsford just probably has briquettes. No, at any of the box stores, they do sell probably Royal Oak. You probably heard of Green Egg.
Yep.
Big Green
Oh,
Egg.
yeah, yeah.
Well, Big Green Egg has their own brand of charcoal.
Okay.
Royal Oak makes it. Wink, you don't need to buy green eggs. It's like you can go spend $35 on the green egg bag, or you can go get the Royal Oak, a little bit smaller bag for less.
Yep.
So a lot of these companies actually make each other's charcoal. But really good charcoal is Jealous Devil. Outstanding. Every product they make is outstanding. Fogo. Everything they make is outstanding. FOGO. Black bag with a flame.
so will you order this like in the mail?
You can order pretty much all this at any Ace online. They'll deliver to your
Yeah, I
house,
remember that
or-
video
or
where you went to
go
the
pick it
Ace
up
and you went through everything.
I was sponsored by B&B for years, and
I remember B&B.
I felt like now B&B is good, but I think their product they got bought out by Duraflame, and I think their product smelled and tasted different, and I didn't go back to get responsored by them.
Gotcha.
So I'm now not bound to anybody. That's why I used Blues Hog in the North Shore Beast video
Yep.
when I made the roast beef video. So Blues Hog makes really good stuff. Lump and briquette. Their briquettes are awesome. That was the first time I
Okay.
used them. So Blues Hog, Fogo, Jealous Devil, Royal Oaks. On the cheaper side. A lot of teams are sponsored by Royal Oak. They're just they're good. B&B was performing better than Royal Oak, and there's a few other stragglers out there. Cowboy charcoal is like the cheap lump
Yeah.
charcoal you're gonna see at the grocery store. It will burn, but there's gonna be like 15. You'll have a size, piece the size
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
head,
yeah.
and then a piece the size of my deck. It'll
Yeah.
be like fucking, two
Yeah.
completely different things. Trust me. And then basically there's like a couple of boutique brands that keep coming out once in a while. Somebody will come out with something fancy, but that shit doesn't stick around.
Yeah.
So Blues Hog, B&B, Fogo, Jealous Devil.
Yeah.
I'd say that go out there and get those. Besides that, though, no matter what you cook, whether you're going to be barbecuing, grilling, smoking, whatever, how you want to call it, a good instant read thermometer is priceless.
Yep.
The fancy ones cost like $100. You can get a Javelin from on Amazon for like $50.
Yep.
Half the price works just as good. So instant read thermometer, and then if you're going to do long cooks, for anything over an hour, you're going to slow smoke something, or even if it's just like a pork loin or something that only takes like an hour, get you a thermometer set, so you can put a probe in.
Yep.
And then some of them it's just a single unit, and other ones have a secondary unit that you can take with you into the house or wherever. And then there's stuff that like meter that you can connect
I was
to
looking at that meter.
You can connect to some of these you can connect to the Wi-Fi, and then you can be out of the house
Which is nuts, by
and
the
check
way.
on it, just like they do for.
Is it not crazy though? Like
It's a bit crazy.
I feel like you should want to be in the house with.
I've had to leave the house before.
You trust them?
I never fucking I bought like a Weber one. There was a complete Weber makes good stuff. Their probes and shit are pieces of shit.
They are bad, yeah.
So yeah, they're the little pro. They'll buy anything Weber electronic
Yeah.
like that. But no, you shouldn't be leaving the crib with a fire
Yeah.
and charcoal going unless you
Right.
got a really solid scenario and you trust your game.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, you can check your shit, or if you're one of these Traeger dudes that wants to at the party, he's like, hang on a second, I got to put my brisket on, barbecuing. Like, nah, dude, that ain't it, bro. That shit ain't.
Craig
it.
ain't for it.
I ain't for it.
I can't afford that anyways.
I know people can cook great food on it, and I've cooked demos on it and stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You waited your whole fucking life to play with fire, and now you're going to choose to plug it in? Fuck that shit. Easy bake oven with little baby wood pellets.
Man,
Oh,
Ferg's
hell
gonna be
no.
listening to this. He's got like a next grill pellet
Oh,
smoker.
Yeah, Ferg will learn.
And Kev Meyer, he used to love you. After today, he might not like it. Although he said to me on his Traeger, he's like, I don't get the bark like that.
No, you
like,
can't get. You can do plenty good stuff. You're gonna wow your fucking friends and family.
Yeah.
Your neighbor's gonna think you're the shit. It's gonna be flawless. It's gonna work. But no, there is.
He makes the best barbecue ever.
God, my neighbor's got an amazing grill. No, it tastes good. You can 4116 Greenback. Dallas sucks. So you can make a really good piece of meat and whatever. And now they're even starting to make them to where you can grill on some of them. Man, it just doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
those pellets can only do but so much. Whether it's the pucks, the pellets, whatever, it's not going to beat some charcoal with a chunk of wood or all wood like the big stick burner big boys use. It's just not gonna. It's
Yeah.
not gonna get there.
Yeah.
It's gonna always get you to a 6.5 or a 7. You will never know what a fucking 9.5 tastes like.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. So, real quick, little aside here because we forgot to mention at the beginning. Speaking of great meats,
Here we go.
you went to Modern Butcher today, right?
Sure did.
You took the meat,
Took a-
beef
took
breakdown
a-
class.
Took a beef class.
Oh, you took the beef class.
Yeah.
Sick.
It was awesome. It was everything that I expected, dude. Just good people. Warren, Lisa,
Mine Lisa the best, man.
fucking great people.
Legends.
I left with a bag full of meat. I know everything how to. They butchered down everything of a cow. It was
whole half a cow.
It was awesome. It was unbelievable. I ate tata.
Beef tartare.
Beef
I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm from the projects, dude. I'm not supposed to have tata.
Ta-ta.
It was unbelievable. Put a little fucking coarse salt on it, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. It's fucking
For your
unbelievable.
relatives, that's raw red meat.
It was unbelievable.
I got a buddy who's a savage, and like first time I saw him making burgers, I was like, "It's my buddy Downing down Situate," and he was like, he makes burgers, he throws them on the grill, and like pops little bumps of red meat in his mouth, like he's doing fucking coke bumps in the bathroom. Like I'm like, "Are you eating raw meat?" He's like,
That's so
"Fine for you, dude. Fine."
I saw the dude Warren, right? Like I saw what it was happening, and he's like cutting it up, and then I go, "Oh boy, he's about to give this to the class," and he like did it, and then he goes, "Whoever's ready." I was the only person that like. He asked somebody, he was like, "Does anybody want to like saw the meat?" And I was like, "I'm in. I'm the only."
Saw, okay.
Bang! Give it to me. Lisa was like, "You're doing this pretty good." I'm like, "Yeah, good
I
shoulders."
got a body to get
Yeah,
rid
no
of.
problem. Literally, it was like Ray Liotta and Goodfellas. I would fucking, you know, and then the beef tata comes out, and I'm just fucking eating it like it was awesome. It was a good crowd. We all left with. Listen, if you want to have a beef class, they do a pork one too. You got to go to their Instagram.
Yeah, I'd like to take it.
It was awesome, dude. I'm not kidding. It was fucking. They break down every meat. They tell you what it's good for, like when it's not good. Blah blah blah. It was awesome.
Oh, couple quick things too while we're on this weekend subject. And they gave you a fucking Italian sandwich to take with you that I ate half of, which is fucking phenomenal.
Also, you know,
I had a couple
one of the
bites.
best Italians around.
It was very
Yeah.
Very good.
You know,
The meat is. Listen,
Second to none.
I've said it before. I mean, I've gotten. We did the 4th of July holiday correspondence. We got all the food I got from Modern Butcher.
Those marrow burgers.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, dude,
Yes,
that
baby
burger was
Jesus.
the best burger I've ever had.
Yeah,
Like,
I went and got more
Yeah.
the next week.
I was like, that's the best burger I've ever had in my life. Like the fat
yeah.
ratio, everything was perfect.
And Brendan's grill caught on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
keep the lid open too much, grease.
I know.
We'll teach
We're
you
getting
that
rid
later.
of that fucking thing. We're gonna be taking instead of taking the Modern Butcher beef class, me and Fitzy are taking the Craig Kimberley Weber kettle class
Yeah,
up in
man, we'll do
up
it.
in Rockport.
We'll set it up.
100%. So, anyways, I just had to say this real quick because I love seeing people in the wild. I'm sitting there last night across the bar. Who do I see? And whose face is any more recognizable than one Jay Hurley's?
Moaned it out.
That's how he talks. He does. He talks like a cartoon character.
How you doing, Brendan? How you doing, Brendan?
It's one of the best impressions I've ever seen. Have you met him, Fitzy?
No.
Oh, when you meet him,
You
you're
will,
gonna be
you
like,
will,
that
you
is-
will
no.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna come take me. How you doing, Mr. Are you Mr. Matt Fitzmaurice?
Yeah.
And that's just how he's gonna talk.
It's unbelievable. And then on the way out, I was on the phone with Maggie and Mike Cummings from the IA.
Yep.
Is he a member of the IA?
He is, but he's like more friends of Jay than he is of the IA.
Okay, all right. But he goes to the Wolf Tones, I think, which is where I met him.
Yes,
right?
yes. He has his own table. His father is from, I want to say Kerry of Ireland, but
Yep.
could be wrong. But he's definitely from Ireland. I've met his father. He's a good guy.
Nice. Yeah, great guy. I got to talk to him for a couple minutes, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I always." It's you know what's funny? People will say, pulling the cord, but they always say to me, "Danny Gillis." Like they say it like they're saying like, "How are you today?" They're like, "Danny Gillis." They like just look at you and shout it. And I'm like,
Danny Gillis.
yeah, I know Danny Gillis.
So
Like,
yeah, no, but like, but here's the problem with like what I'm.
but that's a way of communicating. Like, I'm also friends with Danny Gillis.
No,
you know what I mean?
but here's the thing, right? So we're all friends here, obviously.
Yeah.
You guys could all be 3 Johns. When I was growing up, hey, I was with John, and Danny Gillis.
Yeah.
They always knew the fucking kids.
First and last name.
Oh, yeah, you're a
Always.
first and last
Danny
name
Gillis.
guy. Yeah.
It's dumb, dude.
Yeah.
That's gay.
You know what's funny? I never call you
it's the
by.
shit, dude. It's
I never
legend.
call
It's
you
legend
Gillis.
in the making.
No, but
Oh,
like
I call you, but like.
I had my English teacher ask me, "Go Gillis, what's your first name?" My English teacher.
But
did.
your
I
cousin.
forgot your first name is Danny. Yes, I say Danny Gillis, like
Yeah.
Danny Gillis.
Yeah, that I
should
kid who
go-
lived downstairs from me named
Fucking
Peter
Danny.
Cott. His
You
only
make
name
Danny-
goes
Yeah,
by
Peter
Peter
Cott. Yeah, you got to say that.
Nobody
whole
knows
thing. You should
Danny.
go by Daniel.
No, no one.
Daniel hits different
My
some days.
father never called me that. My mother called me Bruce. Like there was no fucking. No one ever called me
Because you
Danny.
know that's short for Danny.
Yeah.
But your cousin,
Every
Gabe,
time.
yeah.
was Gabe Gillis. He was also a 2-name guy for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell
Like people,
yeah.
his friends called him Gabe, but he was younger than me, so I always call him Gabe Gillis.
Yeah.
Anytime someone comes up and is like, Danny Gillis, you should just be like, call me Daniel.
It's just Gilly.
Daniel James.
It's just Gilly. But no, I love it, dude. I just realized your first name's Danny. If someone said flashed a picture of your face,
No, but you know
and
what's
said,
crazy?
What's his first
You
name?
know
I
what's
would have said Danny Gillis.
You know what's crazy? That's how I'm like, Craig Kimberley's coming here. I do the same thing to you, dude.
I know. I do
because
too.
I got a fucked up last name because it's
Two last,
somebody has
two,
it. Yeah.
two,
Two
two first names.
and one's a chick's
And
name.
actually, Kimberly, Kimberly was a last name before it was ever a first name.
Was it?
Yeah, totally. I had to look it up. I'm like, where'd this fucking name come from?
I have a sister, Kimberly, I've been talking to since 2008. She can suck my hater.
Jeez.
Wow, we're getting real in here.
Yeah.
Get that
We're
name.
not even on the Patreon yet.
Yeah, so anyways, that was good to see those guys. And so there's no tickets left, right? I just want to go over that real quick.
It is. Not only is it sold out,
Extra sold out.
it's extra sold out. Dude.
Standing
Super secret
room
sold out.
I just gave
Yep.
the last ticket that was
Beefy
available to Craig
fucking
Kimberley.
small.
Craig Kimberley's
Yep.
coming. He's sitting down at. I'm not kidding. Like we went over the seating yesterday with Sean. It's extremely sold out. Extremely sold out.
fucking legend. And
Don't even go
everyone
there.
with you guys.
Everyone that listens had a
gonna be a great
chance to
table.
get that last ticket for the last 2 weeks, but
Yep.
you got
Yep.
a 10-cent head. You never called in.
That's
So,
right.
did you have a show last week?
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
Yep.
And how'd that go?
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
my
yeah.
comedy, yes.
Yeah. It was great. It was smaller arena. We were at
Joe Fish.
Joe Fish.
Oh yeah, it was over by Bellis. That's
Yep.
right.
I mean diagonal.
It was like snow night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I gotta say,
Thoughts?
sorry. I gotta say something. This Twisted Fate, which now has about a month on it,
Yeah. Very
aging
nice.
very nicely.
Very nice.
To say that. And I wasn't gonna have a single beer tonight, but when Craig Kimberley's in here and he's having beers,
Yeah,
I mean, I
fuck
want to
it,
have a
right?
You know,
beer.
I appreciate it.
Fucking damp January.
Yeah, exactly.
fucking drive. People gotta work.
Still
man.
staying strong.
I am.
Yeah, we
I am.
just covered that,
We
remember?
said that, remember?
Get 3 dippers up at fucking Bottom Butcher.
And
Stand by. I'm asking now. I didn't know if he was gonna say it like you know. I mean,
He's been eating gummies all night though.
we're done with these crowds.
So, anyways, Lily Peas. Lily Peas Chicken.
Yes.
50 Binney Street,
Tell me-
Cambridge, Mass.
Tell me about him.
Parking is validated in the lot attached to the restaurant.
Unless what?
Unless you park in the wrong lot, like
who?
Danny Gillis.
Let's go.
Daniel. Young Daniel.
Young.
They also have Hub Hall location at North Station for all your sandwich needs before the games. You can go there before your Bruins game, after your Bruins game, before your Celtics games. Try the shishito peppers in Cambridge. I don't know if they got shishito peppers at Hub
I
Hall.
don't think so.
Love
Probably
it.
not. It's probably a
Joey Boats went over the other day, though, and got himself a sandwich, I guess.
yeah,
I love
nice,
that those have
nice
caught on
sandwich.
everywhere. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Get the rogue hot one every once in a while.
Their fried chicken is unbelievable.
It's great.
Unbelievable.
It's great.
I had a 2-piece and a biscuit there, and it was fucking great.
I had to go there
And
the
he's
other, I
not
went there
talking
the other
about
night.
he's not talking about a left and a right hook.
No,
Real quick, I went there the other night for a bluegrass night. Played tunes.
Yeah.
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 Tuesdays, every Tuesday is
Wait a
bluegrass
minute.
night there.
Tuesday night.
What am I
Hold
doing
on.
with my life?
I know.
Hold on.
Craig
This is
Kimberley,
what-
Tuesday nights.
Listen to me. I've been trying to
Bluegrass
say this.
night
When
at
he
Lily
said this, I
Peas in
go, is
Cambridge.
no one talking to each other?
Yeah.
Is no one paying attention?
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm not,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights at Lily Peas, bluegrass.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you,
go-
yeah, it's
Craig,
awesome.
can you imagine this,
Fucking
Fitz?
go.
Craig
Yeah,
and
I
Brendan,
go
they
a lot.
just start their own band and
Start
take
picking-
us the fuck out.
Yeah, that's right. So I went
Me
this
and
week,
Danny are
sat
here
in.
with no recording equipment. Executive
bunch of
chef and owner Chris Parsons, lilypeas.com. Lilypeaschicken.com.
Yeah, so I talked to Chris, and we shared great conversations. We always do. He is down. We're gonna do a live podcast and music thing again there with the band and all that stuff.
Hell
Like we
yeah.
did last time.
Yep.
So you could really call that the unofficial official start to Fitzy's career on the show, basically, because it was like
Facts.
you were gonna be the second host that day. It is. I had to go there the other night because I've been so as you know, we're Pelotoning and we're doing all that stuff. We're trying to be better.
Are you Pelotoning together at the same time?
No.
We haven't yet.
We haven't
you
yet.
can.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just want to
yeah.
know.
We haven't planned that
I
out.
support.
Yeah, whatever you want to
support
do.
you guys, whatever you want
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, you mean same bike? I've been,
A tandem Peloton, is that what we're doing?
I've been in the same classes as some other guys from like the Beef Page and stuff. Kevin Gagne.
Yeah.
Me and Kevin have done high fives, virtual high fives on the bike together.
Nice.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, because you can see them on this.
You don't see them, but once you have a leaderboard for the class that you're taking,
you're like-
so when I turn my machine on, it'll say one friend working out right now, and you can click on that friend, and it'll say they're taking this class right now. Do you want to start
you
that
jump
class?
in and you're like, I'm
you can
fucking-
jump in, yeah, and chase them down.
That's awesome.
And if anyone can do it, it's me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can. You're a beast. Fucking Fitzy puts up numbers like Michael Jordan. It's insane. So I went in there. I didn't eat the other night because I'm like, I ate my fucking salad before I went, and I was like, I'm not gonna not have a beer in here. I mean, what am I gonna do? We're gonna drink water.
Yeah,
So it was an
that's
excellent
tough.
time. They're actually having a great day on Tuesday. Andy Cambria, who's one of the main guys at the Music Emporium, which sells like the nicest guitars in Massachusetts, is playing. But Joe Walsh is a mandolin player. Joe Walsh is like a world-renowned mandolin player from Portland.
Not to be confused with Joe.
Not to be the drug addicted
Hold
guy
on.
from the Eagles.
I would love to. What do you play?
Plays bass.
I play a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I've predominantly been a bass player in most bands. Guitar player and some, but
I think we need this to
DJ.
happen.
You guys have to learn how to play
I've
drums.
DJ'd in bands.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Fucking cut scratch.
No.
I
First
knew
off,
about videography and cooking.
I didn't know the blues
I
shit.
didn't know.
DJ Cassius K.
No, I got this whole story.
Just
I didn't know about
Cassius
music.
Clay.
When we were,
Let's go.
we were Coastal Mass, so Channel Marker, what it was. I got this whole thing from Craig, the whole rundown.
I still got the 1200s.
Yeah.
I still got the 12s at the house.
This
Cashed
is
away.
wheels-
this is
Steel.
what I'm
Crate-
talking about.
crates are in
This is
storage.
why we're pals.
Fellas.
Everything happens for a
yeah.
reason.
Bell's Roast Beef.
1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. I don't know if you knew this or not, but they're the fucking king of the show.
I'm going to interrupt this to say this. We've talked about the unroll, and everybody's coming their pants
Breaking
to it,
Bun
right?
program.
Listen, this is what's fucking sick about Harry. Just as a guy, like, as he is, he's such a hard worker. They're already on top. Like
already at the top.
I'm the type of motherfucker that would be like, sweet,
Yeah.
and we're the
Keep
best.
doing what I'm doing.
He's like, right when you think he's like, oh, okay, now somebody else will come up and take that crown, probably.
No.
He's like, no, wait, I'm gonna change
I'm
the
gonna dip
fucking
that crown in
script.
diamonds.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking rewrite the script on this motherfucker. He was on a tear on Facebook the other night. I have a feeling he might have stopped Maggie's and Middleton on the way home. He was like posting pictures of him with us with the king thing on and all that stuff, and I'm like, I fucking love it, Harry. Go get him, fucking
it.
get him. Up with their necks.
Listen, I've had a buddy of mine that reached out, and who I know listens every week. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have Bellas for the first time tonight." I go, "Ever?" And he bought a house in New Hampshire. So I go, "You're an idiot for not this." The mere fact that this is your first time is insanity. But he goes, "What should I get?" And I go, "Don't do this. Don't do this to my face, dude. Don't do this." He goes, "No, I'm getting a beef, but like, do I get something else?" And I'm like, "Yes. Get the fucking steak tips with the blue cheese,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the blue cheese. Yeah,
unbelievable."
yep.
It was
I have not had a steak.
Black and
but
blue
I've seen
salad.
them.
Black and blue salad is what it's called, but
It
he
looks
knew what it
excellent,
was.
it's excellent.
It was unbelievable. No complaints from him, and he just had his drum roll, please, 5th child.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
5th child. So that's what he had right before he went to go see his kid. So
Dude,
there's
when,
that.
when we
Slip
did
him a
the
box of condoms next time you see him, okay?
when we did the podcast,
Imagine a fucking Bella's condom, dude. It's just dipped in fucking Jimmy Rimmer. Jimmy
my
Rimmer.
God. Jimmy condoms. Let's go.
this is cool. That sounds Patreon like. When he came to the show we did at Lily P's,
Yeah.
I introduced him to Parsons, Chris. They were like
Fast
meeting
friends.
of the minds,
Yeah.
like guys who are
awesome.
into food and like into like making it as good as they can make it. Like they connect. You know what I mean? You know how it is. You're in that crew.
I will say this before you go to, because I know what you're going to right now. I will say this: when I saw them before I did my show last Saturday, Sandra was there as well, and she goes, "What the fuck?" Just like that. And I go, what happened? And she goes, "We didn't know that you were right across the street." And I was like, "It's fine. Like I'm not gonna stop doing this comedy shit. Like I'm just starting." She goes, well, for the next time, can you let us know? We'll shut this bitch down. These are
Nice.
the type of people that
Oh,
we
see,
want.
they're
they're-
the fucking best.
They're awesome.
They're our type of people.
Yeah.
They show up.
Yeah.
Show up.
I'll tell you
Show
right
up,
now,
show
they are like us. They like enjoy hanging out with all the people. Like Chris before the show, Chris Shelley came and gave us some awesome gifts. He brought us some pictures that he took of the Patreon party and the Halloween party. He got ones for my parents to give them. The guy is fucking awesome.
Yep.
He was like, I went to the Patreon party. I'm like, I found my people. Like, this is like 50 Chris Shelleys walking around here. Like, just
That's so
enjoy.
awesome.
By the way, also
Chris
brought-
Shelley's fucking voice is insanity.
and the fact that he grew up, dude. Oh, I got the best fucking stories. My mother's been making these. Thank God she does not listen to the show. My father
If
does.
this is not the best fucking story, we're punking them.
That's right.
Go.
You better fucking have at it. Now, my mother makes these peanut butter balls for Christmas that are the best things you've ever had in your
Pause.
life. Right? They're
Talk
dipped.
to 'em.
There's like in the chocolate. You melt a little wax. Like it's crazy, and they're like Rice Krispie peanut butter balls. They're unbelievable.
Where's the
I'm
wax
telling you,
come
there's
from?
like
Are
a
these
there's
like
like a
is it like the Hail Bay things? What are you
special
talking about?
recipe. It's
So
an
this
edible wax.
happened
It's
during
not-
Christmas, and I didn't get any of these balls.
We didn't get any this
Do
year.
you wake
Listen,
up 2 days later
Jeez.
when you eat these fucking things?
I'll tell you what. When you eat them, you'll be like, "These are the best things of all time."
Yeah, I
That's
need
probably
some.
why I'm.
If
a
she
little
makes
off.
them next year,
So she's been telling everybody this is now. I shouldn't say that. I just assumed this was her recipe or something. Now thinking about it, you always get a recipe from somebody. Usually, it's not like you just fucking completely did it on your own.
invent something. Yeah.
Yeah.
We find out. Maggie's like talking to Chris Shelley at the party. Chris Shelley grew up 2 houses from me. The guy who was in here before, and he's my mother fucking yanked the recipe from Chris's mom.
She poached it.
Yeah, because he
Hell
was to
yeah.
put a picture of
Fucking
his daughter
sweet.
making the peanut
Oh,
butter
I just
balls.
saw that.
Yeah, that's the recipe.
That's funny.
These things that you put them in the freezer, dude. I will fucking break somebody's jaw to get to these things. Like they are the best fucking things you ever had. I'll have my mother make them next time.
Mom poaching recipes. This is
WickedCornhole.com. I get something else after that. WickedCornhole.com. They're right across from Treehouse, okay, in Tewksbury. Great fucking people. The best boards. We have a set of boards just picked up by Sean B,
Yes,
and they're going to be the door prize at the comedy show,
correct.
right? Sean B is one of the best people in the world. So are the people at Wicked Cornhole. My buddy, the General, works there. Stacy is the best. Stacy Taylor, she's great. So go over and check them out. Order whatever you want. They do it all. They do custom designs, anything you want. Custom designs, all that stuff. Ben Franklin Print Company. We talked about this last week. I'll tell you right now.
Our boy Joe.
Ben
Great
Franklin.
caps.
Ben Franklin Print Company. Now,
Best caps in Massachusetts, Joe Schultz.
yeah, and
Just
like
Schultz.
gave me a
Schulte.
fucking, like I said,
Schulte.
first time I met
Does
him.
anyone know? Does anyone know how to
Schultz,
spell?
Schulte, I don't know how to fucking say it.
Schulte, I feel like.
Schulte.
Quality stuff.
Yeah.
Got vehicle wraps now.
Yeah, it's
Oh
great.
yeah.
978-624-7341.
Told
They
him-
can help you out with the design. He's doing our whole. We have a whole backdrop that's
Yeah.
getting made for this
Facts.
event.
Uh-huh.
Pulling the cork backdrop, and if you're going to this party,
Repeat board thing.
there's only 200 of them, so 100 people aren't getting them. But so this is why you should be there early. The first like 150 to 200 people in the door get a koozie.
PTC koozies.
Yeah, it's limited edition. They're green, so you can rock them on St. Patrick's Day.
They're like dope green too.
Yeah,
That-
they're fucking Irish green. So they're at 177 North Main Street, Building 600, Unit 11, Middleton, Massachusetts. Tell Joe that we sent you. I think he's gonna give us like some kind of code soon that you can use, but you can just tell him you heard about it here. I know like Josh was saying he wants to get shirts made for his garage. Like a bunch of people have been asking me. We talked about it before. I mean, you look at Craig's sweatshirt, which I don't know where he got it made, but that's a good sweatshirt. Like that pulling the cork sweatshirt is good. So it's like you want shit people are gonna wear. You don't want the fucking shit that somebody's gonna throw to Salvation Army.
It's gonna
right?
shrink
Or,
or shred.
shrink. and
Everything
then
that I've got from there is quality. high
everything
quality.
is fucking perfect. I
They
dude,
spend money, dude.
I've washed.
Oh yeah, this thing's.
And it's not, and dude,
It's solid as shit.
you know what the funny thing is? Contextually speaking, it's not that much more money than the cheap place. It's just way better. Do you know what I mean? So,
Oh, yeah.
anyways, these guys are the
Fuck
best.
Gildan.
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 I think they do deal. They do traffic in some Gildan, so it's not besmirch their good name right
Gil
now.
Daniel.
That's the best meme of all
I
time.
go by
It's
Bruce, by the way.
Oh, it's like CEO of Gildan admits that he has no idea what a human
What a
torso
human
looks
body
like.
looks like.
Anyways, Tedco. My guy Teddy. He texted me. I told you guys. He sent me a text this morning. I need a beef and fried chicken sandwich stat. You guys should be. He's like, he wants to make PTC emergency beef delivery T-shirts.
Yeah, he wants us to Uber Eats shit to you.
Yeah, I'm like Teddy. I told him. I said, Teddy, keep doing what you do well.
Yeah.
Building houses. All right. Let us worry about the content. Now, I have to say, they're fucking. If you're not following Tedco on Instagram, TedcoCM.com, their Instagram's really. They're doing a lot of work on it. Like, you can see all the stuff they're building. So if you're doing like a renovation in your house, you want to do your basement, like I did. You want to get a bathroom done. You want to get like whatever. You want to put a deck on. Like, talk to Teddy. He's your guy. I love him. Trust him. Went to, like I said, great people work for him. Like, I met all the people at the office party. Paul Gentile is a board member, I guess, off-board advisor of both this podcast and of Tedco CM. So,
Speaking of Paul Gentile, fuck the Chiefs, by the way.
617-996-6827.
What a gross organization.
Okay, 617-996-6827.
Jordan Love showed up.
Okay,
in Dallas
that's it. I
with
covered
no
it, right?
Vaseline.
Okay.
Baltic Birch.
Baltic Birch.
Shit, am I late?
Wicked cool. Yeah.
Jordan 16 and
Yeah.
20.
But anyway,
Hey,
so
you're sober, dude.
Get him.
okay, so Craig, let's go back for a little bit here to the barbecue thing. So my buddy Kevin Murray asked you this question, and this is the question I'm going to ask you here, because you have traveled around a lot and eaten at a lot of places, right? So you see all the places on TV, you know what I mean? Goldie's, Snow's, Black's,
Yeah.
Franklin, whatever. You've been to most of those places, I'm assuming?
No, not all of them.
Not all of them, but
No, especially out of Carolina. I haven't been.
You
I
said
haven't
a
been to
lot, and you have to name them, but you said a lot of ones are a little disappointing or underwhelming.
I've been mostly disappointed in Texas.
Okay.
I have been to a few places, some of them pretty renowned, some in Memphis too, maybe. But for Texas, our buddy Chris here, what's his name? Just left. Chris Shelley.
Yeah.
He had said, "Oh no, you got pork ribs, not beef ribs, not from Texas." I have been more disappointed in Texas. I would say 85% disappointed in Texas.
So I'm
when
with
I
you.
Sought out brisket or anything beef in Texas. At what's it called? There's a place down in Deep Eddy down there in Dallas. The Pecan Lodge. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Tomato.
Fucking Pecan Lodge, bitch, Texas. That shit was stupid good.
Really?
I ordered a beef rib, big dog. I swear to God, like half the cow was stuck on that stick.
Yeah.
That rib. It was massive. It was cooked to perfection. It was one of the few places where I'm like, if you sell any rubs, I'm buying them. Like,
Yeah.
So are you a type of guy that like more bulk you're about, or you want to taste, right?
Well, it just depends on the cut of meat. Like,
My point is, right, there's a place in Mass about an Italian sub, and they're like, it's so big, and
no,
I'm like,
I could give a fuck about.
no
how
one cares, right?
Yeah.
You don't care about that.
No, it doesn't. Like the fact that it was a.
I mean, look at that. He's not a fucking obese loser. Like he's like, give me all your food. It's gonna be 3 pounds.
Ribs are, beef ribs come like
They're huge.
I mean, it could be like that thick and like that, on the phone. When it goes on the grill, it's like a third of that thickness.
I fucking ruined
They-
beef
they-
ribs, by the way.
They
One time I
expand,
tried it, I fucking
just like
ruined it.
burgers do. But yeah, they have to be cooked right.
Yeah, I
just like
fucked
just like
mine
anything
up.
barbecue. But no, how big the rib is or the portion or none of that shit matters at all. It's literally about
Taste.
the texture, the taste, and the bite. Like, does it? To me, like whether it's a fucking sushi restaurant or I'm eating, a bowl of, borscht somewhere, or it just doesn't matter. When I have that bite, and you almost have to close your eyes and think about it for a second, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, that's what I'm always looking for.
Let's
I'm always
go.
looking to bite into something and go,
God damn.
that's what I fucking came here for.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. And unfortunately, the more and more you cook at home, and my wife is a ridiculous chef of a cook.
Really?
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Any genre. She's Italian.
My wife isn't.
She's Italian, but any genre.
Stinks.
Mine's
Genre,
good.
Mine is too.
She will make you fucking Indian to Chinese to Korean. I mean, just freaking anything.
Yeah.
Stupid. And that makes it difficult when she's got that covered, and then I've got a lot of the American fare covered, so
Sure.
to speak, and that sort of stuff. makes it really difficult to go out and eat.
Yeah.
And not to be a douchebag, you know, and send the plate back guy. I'll send a plate back.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. Or you would send a plate back guy sometime. Or you would tell them the truth. We're like, how's everything? Was it great? Was it good? Would you like the wings? Like, I'll fucking tell you the truth. Actually, yeah. No, it wasn't awesome. It's fucking terrible, actually. Like,
Oh, you're
no,
you're
that's
sending it
extreme.
back?
No, I will.
Well, you
I
have
will
to.
send shit back.
I agree with you.
Hold on, you
I
sending
don't-
it back, Fitz? I'm
Fitzy
not.
never send shit back.
I'm not sending it back.
Hell. No, sometimes it's not a send back. They just read when they're like.
Are you
so-
talking about just in the South or anywhere?
Oh no, anywhere, any country, any fucking
Oh,
country.
I
I don't
can't
care
do
where
it,
in the
dude.
world.
I can't do it.
I'm like, dude, if I go to an Italian place and you don't know how to fucking cook pasta, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
fuck.
tell you. Like,
Jump
how
Town's the
how
same
was
way.
the pasta? I'm like, oh, that was
Yeah,
fucking
Jump
mushy
Town,
as
yeah.
balls. I'm like, that was terrible. That was
Damn.
terrible. I did it. I'll confess. I did it recently.
Like
at,
tonight?
No, I did it.
You looked
at-
in the mirror and you were like, these ribs aren't good.
Actually, I would have sent him back. Sat too long in the car. Didn't like him.
These are fucking terrible.
Fuck, these are shit. Get him out of my face. No, but I'll let's see. What's the name of the restaurant? It was
could
out in
never.
Linfield, out at the Linfield.
I'd rather just never go there again.
Marketplace?
Marketplace.
Yeah.
The Marketplace.
Yardos?
Very back restaurant.
Alchemy.
Alchemy.
Yeah.
Went to Alchemy. Love their chain. I love all their stuff they do in all the restaurants and everything. But yeah, brought out. It was a burger, because that's how I test a lot of places. You can test them with the wings or the burgers.
Yep.
That and the cleanliness of the bathrooms.
Yep.
As far as knows. But yeah, the burger was, you know, I had some opinions on it, and didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Didn't come. You know, she was like, "Well, what do you think?" I was like, I said honestly, like, you know, I had to drop my opinion on it. You know, half of this was this and it was that, and just it was whack.
Yeah.
It was just fucking whack.
Yeah.
I expected to be like, oh, boom, somebody putting in the work.
Yep.
She said, well, I appreciate you being honest because the chef takes this very seriously. And I thought right away, don't say it. I was like, well, he's not proving that.
I was going to say.
I was like, 'cause this is bullshit.
Clearly he doesn't because it sucks.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but I will send a fucking plate back.
Yeah. I don't have
And
any
now
problem
here's
with
the
that.
deal. Every
We
time.
disagree.
here's
I
a
love you to
fucking
death.
lesson.
I
here's a
disagree with
fucking
you.
Here's a fucking lesson with this. So, I did not. Only when she took my plate did she ask this, because I was done. I'm like, I'm all set. I'm done. Got to go. Got to get back to work.
Yep.
Jamie jamming. She's like, oh, you didn't like. You saw the plate. I was like, oh no. It's just, oh, you sure? I was like, well, I'll tell you that. Then I told her. She took it off the check.
Yeah.
So here's what I do when that happens. Not only do I tip as though it was on the check, I tipped her 50% of my check.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I want her to know this
Has nothing to do with
is not
you.
what I came in here
Sure.
for. This
Yeah,
is not
yeah.
what this is not my goal. But for God's sakes, once in a while you do have to be honest with a restaurant.
Yeah.
And that it sucks to do. It sucks to do. They can see you from the fucking kitchen. They
Yeah.
can look up and go, oh, that fucking asshole? No. It's like, it sucks. But I want that. I'm sorry. If that's my joint, I don't want some fucking blowhard at the bar go, that was a fucking great burger. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I fucked it up. I'd
respect the shit out of this.
I'd rather the horrible truth.
Everyone-
Honest to God, I would rather you've said, this rib kind of sucked, dude.
Yeah.
I would literally be like, and tell me
Yeah,
why.
that didn't happen tonight,
I'd
though.
be like, tell me why. Tell me why
Yeah.
it sucked, because I
Yeah.
want to know. Make it better.
Yeah.
So,
He-
anyways,
He
I
might
will
have just
send it back.
He might have just changed my mind, and the main reason is because that lady took it off the check.
Fitzy's outside of Alchemy with his antenna trying to get the Patriots game on. Not paying for cable.
Always tip
I-
over 20 when they take it.
You said
Fred,
it
don't
back.
wanna talk about that.
Well, I want to stay on this thing for a second because I'm going to lose my ADHD.
They got
kick
triple
in.
deckers underneath, dude.
So I don't think that's a bad thing to do to send it back. And I'll tell you what, when I get the one thing that burns my ass more than anything is when you get bad wings. When I get bad wings, I'm like, there's no fucking excuse for these to be fucking bad. Like, wings are pretty simple to make correctly, right? If you have a good fryer and you have the right temperatures going, or if you however you make them, right?
Exactly. And good quality meat.
Like, I'll give you an example. Hooters makes good fucking chicken wings.
Can I be devil's
It can't be
advocate,
that
though?
hard.
Can I be devil's... Real quick.
Real quick.
If you're gonna talk about the fucking Jewish tunnels, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm not.
gonna smack
Is
you
it
in the
is it a place that does wings?
Okay.
Or you just like getting wings.
No, I
It
I would
doesn't
agree
matter.
with
You
you.
should not fuck up wings. It's like fucking up a hot dog
Yeah. So
or pancakes.
okay. So
Pancakes stink, by
From
the
what
way.
I understand,
Pancakes stink. I'm a waffle guy.
you guys watch Pocket Wars. What was the show that Portnoy was on that time with the guy who fucking who's the guy? He's like, shut it down. Who's that guy?
Oh, Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue. Yeah. They had a guy come in one time and the place's wings stunk. And he was like, you're not cooking these at the right temperatures. Like the oil has to be this temperature. It has to be cleaned this many times a day. And it has to run, the fry light has to be this fucking hot. This how long they go in. Not rocket science, but people don't do it. And I hate when you get a chewy or snappy fucking wing, I'm just like, I want to throw it at somebody. I'm like, I can't eat that. It grosses me out. There's no food that is like that for me where it's like, it goes
Hold
from
on.
being inedible to being like the best thing I've ever eaten.
Wait a minute. Do you want a chewy wing or do you want a snappy wing?
I don't want either of those things.
What do you want?
Tender, juicy,
Tender, juicy,
wing.
crunchy on the outside, crisp wing.
I
You don't
wouldn't.
want the skin to ever stretch.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snap.
So
you don't want to just disintegrate off the bone when you bite it because it's
Okay.
been reheated and overcooked.
That's why it's hard
I
to
took
smoke
that
wings.
a different way. I apologize.
Think
Yeah.
about Chinese food chicken wings.
Yes.
Fire.
Par cooked, by the
Crispy,
way.
fried
yeah.
the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
Awful
tender and
for
juicy,
us.
tender and juicy
So
on the
good.
inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are the
Horrible
I
for
fucking
you.
they're so good.
Double
They're so
fried.
fucking
So
good.
good.
So good.
It's so good. But I don't have a
Contemplated
problem.
bringing
Like
wings tonight, by the way.
it-
I almost brought
I
wings.
love
today.
smoked wings.
I was like, should I bring wings and ribs or should I do pulled pork and ribs? And
You did enough.
I was like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just-
yeah.
let's just do
you
fucking
outdid
ribs.
yourself.
That
You
was
outdid
fire.
yourself.
When I get invited back, I'll bring something else.
If there's one rib left, I'm gonna have to try to save it. Tommy's like, I told him, he's like, who's on the show tonight? I'm like, this guy Craig, we're friends.
Yeah,
with.
don't
He's
worry
a
about it.
barbecue
He
chef.
just wins
He's
fucking.
like, save me something. But I don't think that's a bad thing though, because I think Chris at Lily P's would answer the same way. I think he would be like, I want to
Yeah, he
know,
wants-
or
he wants it,
I
yeah.
guarantee
If you quality
you,
sinks you want it, which
Harry
is the
would
whole
want to
fucking
know.
reason
Yeah.
for the beef page,
Yeah.
by the way.
Harry would want to
In
know.
a sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's to fucking regulate and is actually, as you all know here, had a massive effect on the beef industry.
Yeah.
On people's livelihoods and careers. If you pay attention, you will succeed and excel.
Yep.
Change your beef game, step it up.
Do whatever you
and
gotta
it's all
do.
because people are being fucking honest.
Yeah.
Which is, it's hard for people to do.
Do you want to hear something criminal right now that I'm going to tell you? My father, who you'll meet if you're going to the comedy show, you'll be sitting at the same table with him.
Same table.
Great man, owns a green egg, uses it only as a grill, and has never smoked a thing on it.
It's fine. That's fine.
He's going to like you for that.
That's fine.
He's like, what do I do?
As
Sit
long as-
around all day and fucking smoke a fucking pork shoulder? He's like, give a shit.
It's so
Smoke a butt.
fucking easy, though. That's the other thing. It's just like so easy. All this stuff is so easy if you pay attention to a few
So
things.
I love, all right, so these are my favorite things in barbecues. I always make smoked shoulder. I mean smoked pork, but because I just love pulled
Shoulder,
pork.
picnic,
Pulled
pork
pork
butt,
is
whatever,
like
Boston
fucking,
butt, whatever
dude.
you wanna call
I
it.
would eat it, like I would make it. We'd have sandwiches for a barbecue or something that we'd be having around here. And then like I would save half of it. I'd do the double one from Costco, so I'd do two. And then I'd take that one, and that would be like, I'd just put it with eggs every morning. And I'd have pulled pork and eggs. Dude, it's like,
Let's go.
It's unbelievable. Like pulled pork is probably one of my favorite things to eat. Like,
I gotta be
period.
honest. Like, I think eggs is overrated.
Eggs?
You're a
Eggs?
breakfast
I
guy,
fucking
dude.
love
I
it.
know
Did
you're
you
a
see it?
breakfast
Love it.
guy.
Did you see my breakfast
We're
this
gonna
morning?
jump into fucking eggs. but
Unreal.
I'm a
Corned beef
fucking
hash.
egg king.
You're an
I
egg
love it.
guy.
Fucking,
Yeah.
I love eggs.
So
I love
good.
an
Cook any style
I love
egg
I
to
love an
perfection.
omelet and it starts and
I'm
ends there.
obsessed with eggs.
Scrambled like whatever.
That's this
dude.
morning. That's
Over
leftover
easy, I'm all
corned beef.
set. It's
Homemade
fucking
corned beef
dumb.
hash.
Sunny side.
Gay.
Sunny side up with the
Such a
multi-grain English
dumb
muffin.
thing.
Pepper on it.
It's just tell me you can't cook, dude. Look at that. We're gonna drop it in there
okay.
and scoop it up.
But
That's
yes.
dumb.
So fun. That's homemade corned beef hash, brother.
Yeah, I believe you. But
That's
egg,
some Irish
that's
shit.
dumb. That's
So good.
Look at that. They look like two
Sunny
tits.
side up.
It's terrible.
Delicious.
So
Fucking gorgeous.
here's my
Runny.
Love it. Love it.
here's my question for you. This is a serious question because this
not
is
a real
like
food.
if you're a barbecue person, you already know this, I think. Why is it so fucking hard for people to get brisket right?
How did the fuck did it get to 48 to 32?
They've been
been
scoring
slanging.
left and right.
It was like 48 to 3 a minute ago.
Dak slanging.
Dak's just slinging rocks. I'm sorry, keep going. folks.
Doesn't matter.
Why
The
is
Packers
brisket
gonna
the
win.
hardest thing for
Fuck
people
game
to make right?
Oh, can
What's
I
that?
answer this?
What's that?
Why is brisket the hardest thing? No, I would like the person who
Okay.
fucking runs a
I don't know.
barbecue team.
That's great.
answer.
I just came from a class, dude. This is fresh in the mind.
Yeah. So
No,
there's-
go ahead. Go
there's-
ahead.
There's two fucking muscles.
He
on
goes,
it.
all right.
there's two parts of a typical brisket called a packer brisket.
Yep.
You got the point and you got the flat.
Yes.
Point in the flat.
The flat is going to be farther down, a muscle that gets worked a ton.
Yep.
It's got
Ton.
less fat. The point up here, right across under your titty, basically.
Yep.
Has got a ton of fat.
That's where you get the burn
It's
ends.
not getting worked. That's why I get titties. So titties come from beef.
Yep.
There you go. No. So there's two different cuts, and you're cooking them at one time.
Yep.
In competition, you're allowed to separate those. At certain competitions and at certain times, you're allowed to do a separation of those two things. They cook at different temperatures.
Yep.
And it literally could not be two farther extremes of, like, the point is just literally engulfed with fat.
Yeah.
In through the veins of everything. And the flat itself could be like so void of it that it could just be so fucking dry. That's why when you go to some places, some of the brisket's really good and some of it's, fatty and some of it's dry as shit.
Yep.
All that depends on timing, how you take care of it, how it rests. All of this comes down to rest. All of this comes down to rest. Ribs, burgers, steaks, pulled
Okay.
pork, brisket, resting properly. Not just resting, but resting properly before you cut into that thing, before you do the next stage, is everything with barbecue. Everything. Outside of having that thermometer and knowing where the fuck you're at, the other thing is rest.
Yep.
Knowing how to properly rest that meat, depending on what you want to do with it.
So, for example, the ribs.
That didn't get you fired up right there?
So the ribs that you made
That was
tonight.
love it.
insane.
Do you, when you bring them off, how long do you rest them for? Do you put them in a cooler, or what do you do with them?
So with ribs, so typically if I'm cooking ribs at the crib or at someone's house for football, whatever, a lot of times I like to bring my pit barrel. If they don't have one, I will bring my pit barrel because I love hanging ribs in a pit barrel. So a pit barrel cooker is either an 18 or, what would be like a 55-gallon drum would be a 22-inch.
Okay.
And most pit barrels are like 18, so I think they're 35 gallons. But the smaller, they're both fantastic. Multiple people make Ugly Drum Smokers as a brand that sells parts that you can turn any 55-gallon drum into a smoker. You're hanging the ribs from the poles at the top down over the meat, kind of like what a Weber Smoky Mountain is. And there's accessories to put on a Weber Smoky Mountain to do the exact same thing. Hanging that meat does something different, to the flavor, to the way the fat drips off that meat onto the fire, pops back up.
Yep.
That smoke is energized with flavor. So like how you cook the ribs is going to be one thing. So did you do it on a pit barrel or over the flame? Hot and fast is what we call it. Most people are like, oh, when I barbecue and smoke, it's 220 degrees for 16 hours. Yeah, fuck you, dude. I don't have that amount of time. Okay. 325. I've done a brisket. I have a video. I did it early on Texas brisket, and I did like fucking less than 5 hours or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can cook hot and fast. You can render that fat quicker, which is going to break down some of the muscles and tissues and all that stuff quicker. But it's how you handle that and how you let it rest. So, say for a brisket, I would wrap a brisket. I finish it in butcher paper.
Yep.
Then when it's done,
Fucking
when
pro.
I hit the right temp for that cut, whether it's the flat or the point, I wrap it in a towel or two and sit it in a cooler. Some people go as far as to put boiling water in that cooler to heat that cooler up. I'm not a fucking idiot or a douchebag. I don't give a fuck about that. I will throw it in there. Rest assured, it's gonna fucking heat up the cooler and it's gonna cool down. Now, pork butt. You can't not rest pork butt too long. Once you pull that pork, so once you pull that pork off and you leave it wrapped in like a pan.
Yep.
Let that thing sit for at least a fucking hour.
Okay. I've
Then
made
you-
this mistake before,
yeah,
so I know.
2 hours is better. Two hours for brisket and pork butt. 2 hours is better for all that.
Okay.
Ribs, you could get down to it in 15, 20 minutes if you have to.
Sure.
There's enough fat in them.
Yep.
But that rest is everything. So when I do pulled pork, say I pulled the pork off, it's, I'm at 205, 206, 204, wherever you're at, or your probe, the point of your meat probe goes in so smooth to the brisket that it comes out with no pull. It doesn't pull the skin up.
Yep.
Like, oh, that bitch is tender right there. So you wrap that pulled pork, can't overwrap, can't over rest really. I will break that up after about an hour. And it's going to release a ton of juices. All that fat and stuff's going to be in there. Do not drain it in that pan. scramble all that up, a little more apple juice or barbecue sauce, whatever you got to do, Carolina style, whatever you want to do.
Carolina's my favorite.
Break that thing up. I will make you some Carolina barbecue.
That's my favorite,
Break
baby.
that thing up,
It's my favorite.
wrap it, and let it sit for another 30 minutes if you can. It's always going to hold temperature.
Yep.
If it's in the oven, it's going to hold. If it's in a cooler, it's going to hold. It's always going to hold temperature. But the rest time is where everybody fucks up, almost with everything barbecue related, whether it's a burger, a steak.
Yep.
And with chicken, people overcook chicken and they overcook pork. You know, pork, you can pull at 144 or 145. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
going to be okay. People will cook their pork to 165 and then expect it to be tender. It's not going to be tender.
Yeah.
But everything's about resting. Chicken's like the only thing that, unless it's a whole chicken, let the fucker rest.
Yeah.
Because the moment you slice it, juices are going to run out of it.
It's like a turkey.
And the science, in case people don't know that boring bullshit, and I'll stop being so long-winded, but the science is...
I fucking like this.
People are gonna love this. I'm
Okay,
dead,
so
dead
basically,
serious.
whether it's chicken, pork, beef, whatever you're cooking, except for maybe fish, whatever you're cooking...
Are you a fish guy?
Oh, I love fish.
Oh, you're a Gloucester guy. What the fuck am I talking
I love
about?
fucking fish. And I've been wanting to do more fish stuff on the show. Since I'm back, I will do more. And we'll get to the fact that I was a fucking vegetarian at one point.
What?
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, my God.
Anyways.
By the way,
That'll
we
be,
gotta get
that'll, that'll be on the Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're cooking these meats, especially long cooks at certain temperatures, just like anything else, the meats get into a certain temperature. The meat, the juices, the fat, the tendons, everything's getting to a certain temperature. Things start to boil, so to speak, get hot, and they start running out. They start looking for the exit door, which is why old school guy cook a burger and dad, I'm gonna smash that burger, and all that juice comes out. Well, you guarantee that burger's gonna be dry in about 4 minutes. So yeah, everything's racing to get out of that meat. So when you stop cooking, you've lost a lot of moisture already.
Yeah.
You know, it's gone to the air. It's
So
gone to whatever.
you're not a smash burger guy.
Oh, fucking smash burgers are the best. Oh yeah, absolutely the best.
Smash burgers are
That's a
alright.
different science. But so and that's the Maillard effect. That's a different deal. So what you're doing with that resting is, and especially before you cut it, I have cooked a pork butt and then had people waiting around. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to serve this pork like a decade ago or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I gotta
That's what's
serve
happened
this.
to me.
And you start cutting. That thing dries out before you finish cutting it up or chopping
Yeah.
it up. It's a
Yeah.
disaster.
Yeah.
So
This is where I've gone wrong many
All
times.
those juices that are running out, boiling out, whatever, they all need to calm down. Then they all start to settle back into where they came from, and they all start to relax, and they get back into the meat, and the meat will slowly swell back up, and it will calm down, and it will still be holding heat. You can rest a pork butt right now if you wrap it. If it's in foil or it's in a pan, you wrap it in a towel and you put it in a cooler, and you sit it in your living room. 3 hours from now, you open that fucker up, it's going to be as hot as you did the moment you took it off the grill.
Really?
It will. Once you break it down, you will have to wear gloves or protective gloves. It'll still be that hot.
Wow.
If it's protected and the air is not escaping and the heat's not escaping quickly, it will slowly settle, but it's still carryover cooking. That's why you pull certain things at certain temperatures, because that fucker's going to cook from either 15 to an hour or more, depending on how you store it and try to maintain the temp.
Okay.
Whether it's in your oven or it's a cooler outside, or like here, I put those ribs, I wrapped them, obviously wrapped them for the last hour. I cracked that foil enough to where they were venting, but they would still try to stay warm enough so when we got here, we weren't eating cold ribs. So I had to balance between how well they're going to be done versus how warm they're going to be. I went for a slightly more warm, which means it had less pull.
Those are
More
perfect.
Yeah, they were
perfect.
perfect.
More consumer perfect fall off the bone.
Do you-
In
How
a
long was the
competition,
cook
that would
on
not
those?
have been acceptable.
Yeah. Competition,
yeah,
you need
that
bites.
would've been-
I got a
that
good
would've
bite through on,
How
though.
long was the cook on those?
Over four, I think about 4.5
Okay.
on those. A little bit longer today
Would you
because of the wind.
would
and
you
stuff.
rather pig or beef to cook?
I love cooking pork.
Yeah.
I love cooking pork, and I love beef. I love beef's flavor, maybe more done right, but I love cooking pork. I love doing pork butts. Love doing pulled pork.
Yeah.
Love
I
doing-
think pulled pork, like for me, I usually do it for every family party we have. And it's, first of all, it's a good. This is why I love barbecuing. It's like, for people like us that have a busy mind, it's meditative. It's
Yes.
like, it's very like process driven,
focused.
very focused. Like, I'm very like calm when I'm doing barbecue on a weekend. You know what I mean? Whereas like if I'm just sitting around my dick in my hand all day watching fucking Parking Wars like a dummy.
Going nuts.
Going nuts.
Going
you know?
nuts.
Yeah, the Irish
Doing
addict.
laps around the house.
Irish addict's running. You know what I mean? Like,
Irish
so-
addict.
I'll tell you this: doing barbecue and doing it like doing the long cooks and stuff is not like the music or the comedy or anything that's your craft or an art or your hobby. Getting the repetition in,
Yep.
and doing it again and getting so comfortable that you can sling it. You can go out there and just drop it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You can
No, I think
anywhere, anytime. You're like, I'll pick up a guitar anywhere, anytime. But
Sure.
I used to tell people, man, I'll jump on my BB King tomorrow.
Yeah.
If they call me, like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready
you
to
got
go.
Your,
with
you got
this
your
thing.
fucking reps.
So you put the
I need
work
this to
in,
happen. I need these two to happen.
You can master barbecue very quickly.
Yeah.
When can we make this
Well,
happen?
we have to write a real North Shore Beef song. is
It's
what we have to
fucking
do.
gonna be unbelievable, dude.
Nick Riley wanted me to cover his. I'm a Nick Riley guy. I want to say that first and foremost. Everybody knows that about me. I've been a Nick Riley guy since day one.
I
That's it.
drafted. He was my 5th choice in the top video reviewers draft.
He's a great reviewer.
Who's your first?
I
Brendan
forget.
Ahern,
I
I've
forget
done,
what
like,
it
one
was.
video.
I forget. But they gave me shit for picking Nick Riley.
Why? Nick Riley's a king.
Nick Riley's a dog.
He's a king.
Yeah, he's awesome. Were you my first?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So,
It was.
okay. Here's like something I love. Okay, like every Easter we host Easter at our house, right? So basically that consists of.
Can we look at this right now? This doesn't even look
I mean,
real.
I'm fucking telling a fucking story. What the fuck?
This just
I,
looks
I
crazy.
will not interrupt your story. Don't it?
Look at this.
I'm not telling.
It's the end of the story. It's the end of the game. It looks like it's
Oh.
a fucking movie. I apologize, Brendan.
Because it does. It totally looks 24 frames, dude. You're right.
You're good. Fucking. I'm throwing a
was it-
fucking
was it-
yellow card right now.
I
This
love
is
it.
like
The
you
fuck-
fucking.
Can we go to the
Dude,
replay?
don't
apologize.
re-dip us that fucking Martin Butcher. This kid's fucking walking down Queer Street. Jesus. Pull yourself together. Get a hold of yourself, Daniel.
Everything
That's what I'd
that
say.
everything that jumps into your head doesn't have to be said.
My apologies.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Life lesson.
Okay, so as I say is, we host Easter. I do a pulled pork usually, right? But I made, you watch Meat Church, I'm sure, for once in a while, right? Those videos. When he did the pickled jalapeno brined chicken thigh sandwiches, I was like, they're super easy to do. You get the pickled jalapenos in the big can. You brine them overnight, right? They got nice heat. And, like, they were easy to make. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, like, cooked them on the grill. People were like, this is the fucking best sandwich, like, I think chicken sandwich like I've had. That feeling when you make
Oh, yeah.
somebody
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
feel that way is fucking awesome. Do you know what I mean? When you're like, for example, what's your dish that you like, this is my fucking best thing that you always talk about?
That I do?
Yeah. Oh, no, Jovan. Jovan's tenderloin.
Oh,
That you talking
it's not even close.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why he likes to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like
I'm in
it's
the-
feels so good.
I was in the middle of a class today, texting my sis, and I go, "You got to sign your husband up for this." Like
Life-changing.
just dissecting a fucking cow is insane. Like it was awesome. It was
Yes.
a great time, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
it's
really was.
fantastic.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And I think she's, I don't know. I know he doesn't listen, but I'm pretty sure she signed him up for it.
I
He'd
know
be-
that
he'd
feeling
love it.
because I am good on the grill, like just a regular
Grill master.
grill. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Gas grill. And when I cook the pizzas, like I was telling you guys
You
about
didn't
last
see it,
year.
but Craig just goes. Pff.
Fucking.
This motherfucker.
So like when we throw parties for like
Yeah.
neighbors or family or whoever, they're like, "Oh, those wings were awesome." It's such a great
That's the
feeling.
best feeling
The
ever.
pizza,
It's
awesome.
when I
Of
make
course it
pizza,
is.
people are like this pizza's unbelievable. It's such a good feeling.
It's such a good feeling when somebody's like, will you make this for this party? That's
Yeah.
like a fucking like
Dude,
It's awesome.
Yep.
one of my greatest compliments I've gotten from food was this was at over a year ago at a disc golf tournament MVP out in Maple Hills, and I'm out there for a week barbecuing on the fairway of 18.
Yeah.
Only disc golf tournament in the world that does it. Tailgating on the fucking 18. It's the number one ranked course in the world. It's gorgeous. A female competitor who's a pro, and her husband are both chefs, work at a restaurant, and I can't remember any right off the top of my head. I apologize. They come by and are hanging out, tailgating, and I'm just giving out food and beer. That's what I do for 5 days.
Yep.
Cook barbecue, give out food and beer. She said, "This is the greatest wing I've." She's like, "I want to preface this. Me and my husband are chefs. This is the best wing I've ever had in my life."
Come on, that doesn't get you
it.
dick hard? Of course it
was
does.
Fucking
Dude,
it.
how fucking
that
awesome
was
is
that
that?
was like, I know somebody's gonna win first place in this tournament and win thousands of dollars. I just won.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the greatest feeling ever.
It's awesome.
I've gotten the best rib I've ever had.
Yeah.
I've gotten it.
That was the best rib I've ever had tonight.
I've gotten that a dozen times.
and I'm not-
I can make you a better rib than that. Trust me. But that feeling when you know that they're being honest.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn it, that was, or, that's the best I've ever heard anyone play that song in my life.
Yeah.
Or I've never laughed so damn hard.
Yeah.
Then you made me laugh. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, nothing else
that
really
rip
matters.
was
I'd go drift off for 2 weeks in a
insane, bro.
snowbank and wouldn't give a fuck.
No.
Let's go.
No, and that's
Fucking
like, I've
said
talked
the
about this
best
before,
way.
but I'm like,
That rip was nuts.
dude, that's
Nuts, dude. Nuts.
that is, especially as you get older and later in life, right? It's like the chase for like those things to result in like monetary gain. Like, I'd rather do something that I think is so good and so rewarding and get nothing but a thank you for it than do something that I think is half-assed and get $5,000 for it.
That's
Yeah.
literally what I do at the MVP
Yeah.
Open every year. They've offered me to vend and offered me to put my barbecue vending anywhere on the entire course. And when I say picturesque, this is like the most beautiful disc golf course. It's like a Christmas tree farm, too. It's gorgeous. Elevation, hills, ponds. It's stupid. Can you vend? Everyone's talking about barbecue. Can you vend? No. I could make $6,000 a day. And instead, I spend thousands of dollars to be there.
Yeah.
So that I can serve the professionals.
It's a smile.
To serve the professionals, the pros and the locals that can get over there and get access. But basically, the pros roll off the course. They drop their bag off before they finish their hole. They'll walk up the 18th green, come over to my booth, drop their bag off, putt out.
Yeah.
Come back and eat barbecue. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like giving these guys something they're not going to get anywhere. And granted, someone's selling barbecue
Yeah.
150 feet away.
And that
Yeah.
guy stinks.
And he's okay. But no, it's like
We're not mentioning names, but that you.
It's like the fucking knowing you worked hard to get to that product, and then someone gets it.
Of course.
Just like writing that
Yeah.
joke, right now.
Course,
It's the
of course.
same thing.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you do, knowing you. I've done this so many times that I'm going to do it today, and it's going to change somebody's day. It's going to make them happy. That's why you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like this podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully someone's going to be entertained by this bullshit.
Yeah.
That I'm talking.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, that was cool. I spent.
But
But the most
here's
important
the
part
thing.
is I've been sitting here very fucking entertained and very interested in what you have to say. Like,
Like,
so
I
that's
haven't-
what I'm saying. It's like,
You're gonna watch this YouTube, and I haven't taken my eyes off you. I'm literally entertained, dude. I'm not sitting there just going, this
Get
is
him
fucking.
a beer.
Yeah.
Get him a beer.
a fucking cup of coffee for this fucking guy, for Christ's sake.
So awesome.
Here
I
we go.
appreciate it, Dan.
Here we go. Used to be. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I was trying to see if you were going to do
We're
it.
not doing that.
All right, so are you going to do, like, do you do pop-ups? You did the pop-up for the beef thing,
Well, I
right?
did the fundraiser.
Yep.
And I appreciate anybody, if they are listening, that did come out to that. Anyway, that did make it out. I didn't see y'all's bitches out there. did not
As
see-
Danny would say,
I don't
different
expect
currency.
you. I don't expect you to get there. It's fucking the end of the world too.
Oh, now you want to be friends?
And literally, it was like a fucking hour and 20 minutes. We were like sold out. It was crazy. So we got as much meat as we could handle. We prepped it.
Pause.
Like, everything was fucking. Everything was nuts. That was nuts. And that was just I'll definitely try to do another fundraiser again because that was for kids scholarships. But as far as like doing it for like, I'll tell you the beef. The video that I just posted that I shot in May.
Yeah, I saw you wearing a
And-
T-shirt.
Yeah, I
was
shot
like,
that
that's not
fucking. I
today.
shot it in May, and I'll explain. This is, and you'll understand this. This is the anal retentive perfectionist bullshit that I have to deal with. The last shot after I come out, and I'm like, let me come around there and film a close up of the sandwich. So I go grab my main camera because I'm alone filming my show, and I go and do the close up, and I go back. When I put the camera back on the tripod, I bumped the focus. So the last a minute and a half of that video, my wide shot's soft, as we call it in the industry, is out of focus. Devastating to me. Can't do it.
Damn.
I can't fucking do it. I can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah.
I can't let people. I can't. It's done. I fucked up the video.
Yeah.
That's what I deal with.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking deal
Yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah.
Which is why I've got a dozen videos I've made that I haven't put out. Not happy.
Yeah.
Not supposed to look like just.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's what I fight with.
Yeah.
That's my biggest devil. Is,
Well-
and now this by putting it out it gave me a big get over it, pussy bullshit.
Yeah.
Is I was like, nobody's gonna give a fuck. Somebody did. Who was it called it out? Somebody called it out to me like, yo, man, did that shot get soft?
No.
It was someone that does production though. Somebody
yeah,
called.
yeah.
I was like, oh, you fucking
I
man.
didn't
I
know
watched the whole thing. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was my buddy.
All I
in
saw was
production.
50's face
It might have been
twice, and I
JJ,
was
my
hot as a
partner.
rock.
My partner.
Early, too.
So, but yeah, I fucking, I can't let myself fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I've had to fight that forever, and that's been a thing that you have to get over in barbecue.
Yeah.
It's like it's not going to be perfect every time. It's
Well,
just not going to be perfect.
Dude, it's like the same thing. It's like I
You can
remember-
overshoot it.
I do think that like it's weird when you get to like finished product stuff because having done a couple like albums, the first one I was like, he'd be like, that's kind of like the ending kind of falls apart. I'm like, who gives a fuck? The rest of the song sounds good. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, and the album was good. It's like you can worry about all these little things and it'll stop you from doing anything.
It'll
Do
stop
you know what I mean?
It'll
Like,
literally freeze
and
you
I,
from doing anything.
I sometimes I'm like that where I'm like, who gives a fuck? Just let it end like that and put it on the fucking album. But sometimes, like lately, I've been like, like we were always talking about recording something. And I'm like, yeah, we gotta get studio space, all that stuff. Like, we really don't have to. I got fucking mics. I've recorded albums before in like garages like this. Like we don't have to. But it's like,
We could put some
you know,
more
it's
walls
funny,
up.
but you're right.
We
Like
could
it's
put some
like
more speed bumps up. If
you know how
want.
it is. Yeah. But you have like. Anytime you can find excuses to like for a reason not to post or do something,
Oh, yeah.
they're all over the place. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
There's no
Like,
shortage of that shit.
how many excuses could you have not to do a barbecue competition? How many excuses could you do not to post a fucking beef video, not to tell a new joke on the thing? You know what I mean? Like those things are all hurdles that we're all like fighting with. But I think like the more you're just like fuck it, just do it. Like if you have talent in those things, it shows through.
Yeah, and I realize people will forgive you. People don't give a shit.
They forget.
Yeah.
We're in a world where, like, tomorrow, Donald Trump's probably gonna take a dump on Joe Biden's chest, and like that's all anybody will be talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's what. they'll be
Hopefully
talking
it's Joe Biden and not Joe Button.
Joe Buttons represents.
My dog.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
about.
whoop.
Anyway, so so I am fucking pumped with this conversation. First of all, I think we should all take the pork class together.
Oh, that'd be
Dude,
awesome.
I'm telling you right now, like I had so
Let's
much.
do that. We'll make the content.
and film it.
We'll make
I
the
had
content.
so.
And then we're gonna do a little barbecue
Do you know?
class.
Do you
we'll
know
do
what's
barbecue at
Do you know what's
podcast
wild?
stuff.
Lisa said that at the beginning of the class.
So they knew who you were, though.
And by the way,
I don't know why you're surprised at that. Like, dude, you're the most recognizable voice, like in the United States
but
of
I didn't.
America.
I never met them ever. So
never
I
met
walked
who?
in. They go,
Lisa
Danny, you're
and
good.
Warren.
They
You
go-
never met him today?
Never until today.
What?
I've been a Morton Butcher, but like he came out and like took my thing and that was it. But like I walked
I've
in there
never met
today.
them. I've been in there, but I've
And
never
Lisa
met
goes, Danny, you're all set. And I was like, nah, wait. Like I got my.
You're like, no, you're all set.
And they're like, no, you're good. I was like, no. Like I have my gift certificate. And they're like, no, we know. Like your wife got it.
fuck it.
We're shut up.
Yeah,
Beat it.
Beat it.
And it was fucking wild. But listen, I had so much fun today. Like in that class, it was fucking.
That
awesome,
place is
dude.
kind of like.
Warner's good, by the way. He is good. He's good in person. He's good on camera.
But like I didn't.
surprisingly more than he realizes.
No,
He's so good.
But he like
at teaching.
asking questions. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm just a fucking I love meat. Like I love like
I'm clipping the shit out of
I love like asking about it. And he was like, there's not a fucking dumb question.
Not a dumb question.
And him and her were like, bang, bang, bang. It was awesome. dude.
Dynamic duo.
Great
Unbelievable.
time. I honestly want to do the pork class just because it.
Let's do the poor class.
I
all
think it's
together.
so-
We'll film it. I'll put
Yeah.
GoPros on all you bitches.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to get at. So they will like take as much video or film anything you want. They go help us out.
All right. Yeah,
Say
we
no
gotta
more.
talk to them and see if we can take that.
Say
that
no
class.
more. Say
I talked to him 2 years ago about coming in when I was starting the barbecue.
Yeah.
They would-
documentary. Which
Yeah.
we
They
could
were
talk about.
they were dynamite. So like I'm telling you right now, I asked them. I was like, listen, I go to X, Y, and Z for my. They're like, no, come here. Like we can make your roast happen. Like we're a fucking butcher, you idiot.
Like I find it so interesting when like, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be something that I'm totally interested in, but like, I get my guitar worked on by this guy over in Lynn, Kevin Chubbuck, right? He worked at Santa Cruz Guitars for a while.
What are they?
Luthier, yeah.
Luthier.
Like, I go in there to drop my guitar off. I'm in there for 2 hours.
Fired up right now.
Like, 'cause I'm just talking to him about different
Oh, yeah.
guitars, pickups, all this stuff, and he's so into it, and I'm like interested in that. So like to hear like to go to a class like that with somebody who's passionate about what they do,
It was awesome.
That'll bleed out into like everybody that's going.
was
You know what I
so
mean?
fun.
It's like
Exactly.
it's like it's such a good. I find there's nothing more that I love than people who are fucking hardcore about what they do and they're into it. You know what I mean?
So-
It's like it's so fucking fun to be around those people.
Yeah, it's like really, literally why we're here.
So-
Be passionate about fucking something.
Yes.
So the Modern Butcher on Instagram is their name, I believe, and they have classes. You can look it up. It's like it's like in their first like 10 pictures or whatever. They have classes. Fucking DM them. Get in there. It was a great fucking time today. It was great.
Remind me on the Patreon. I have a Kev O'Connell story that I have to tell, and I have a somebody reminded me that I never told the German how I was made into a man by a German woman.
I
I'll
listened
tell
back.
that. Oh, we got a present.
What the fuck?
we have
We don't
a
have. Do we not have
have
any
voicemails?
voicemails?
We do. I'm not getting there yet. I'm just saying remind me.
I just didn't know.
No, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We don't get presents.
I was
we
like-
got bought ribs and presents.
I was so excited about this to give you when you were going to invite me on to be the first guest.
Yes.
This is a true story.
This is a true story. And then I was supposed to be on, I think,
Yeah, a couple
before
times.
Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then something happened. You're like, we got to fucking, somebody's got the fucking Rona or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. By the way, how's your daughter? How's your kids? Your daughter?
Everyone's good.
JJ asked the other day. He was like, ask Danny about his kids. They do.
Everyone's good.
Okay.
Everyone's good.
So I was like, well, damn it, I'm coming through with a present no matter what.
Nice.
So it's for the boys. You weren't here originally, but I'll include you. It's for the boys.
I respect.
And it's for the crib. It's for the spot.
Respect.
For the den. I don't know what you call the den. What do you call the
Longhorn
Longhorn
Lounge.
Can we eat
the
it?
Longhorn Lounge? No, it's not a chocolate bar, fucking brother. That's for
Danny,
you.
you open it.
Hey,
I know. Fitzy.
now, from where you started, from the microphones and from where you started to the board and everything now and
Yeah.
the multiple mics, I'm just impressive to see you guys do your work and put in the work. And we are all grateful for your content and what you do.
Thank
First
you.
off,
We love to do it.
who raps like this?
I fucking rap like that, kid.
I
I'm
rap the same way,
best
Craig.
rapper
Dude,
alive.
I fucking rap like fucking.
You know what that
I'm
is? That's
KRS-One, a fucking
music.
Christmas present.
Hey,
bitch.
now we're on the third layer right now.
That's right, bitch. I can't have it
That's
break
how a
through.
musician raps.
I can't have a punch through.
Oh! I think I just came my pants. Sorry. Anybody who listens to this part of my
There
family.
you go, folks.
Yes!
There you go, folks.
that's-
Fucking yes!
Do you know your audience or do you?
That's
No.
sick.
What you for the people listening at home,
This is
it's a fucking like a iron retro
welded-
USA
that's literally welded.
USA
Yeah.
welded fucking sign. Like this is garage bar fucking
101.
just like the like
Nobody
Museum of
has
Fine
this.
Arts, the garage bars.
Nobody
Where do you
has
get
this.
this?
I found this on the Eastern Shore in Virginia.
Fucking
Stopped by some crazy shop
Oh my
and
fucking
boom,
lord!
there I found it. I was like, oh my God.
It was wrapped
Dude.
47 times from Craig Kimberley.
That's right.
This is fucking amazing.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's a
dude.
red, white, and blue USA, stars across the
Dude,
top.
and the
cut
stars are
out
cut
in
in.
metal, bro.
Like that's what I'm saying. This is not like some bullshit.
This is art welded, stained.
Pretty
with the
dope.
bullet with the bullet fucking holes.
I've been looking at this fucking
mean,
garage for a
That's,
year.
that's actually welded.
Those
but
are weld marks.
Yeah, I've been looking at
Hey.
this. Yeah, there's a weld mark.
Hey, talk about he's not a fucking blue collar fella.
For the
Let me
office
tell
guy.
you right now.
The bullet marks. What
at this.
a
Look at
fucking magoo.
bullet holes.
the bullet marks.
Listen,
Look at this.
hey, what we call it, 401k is more important than bullet holes, all right? Listen, this is the biggest compliment you can get
There it
get
is.
paid.
Let's get the group photo with it real quick.
Eh,
Best compliment you can get paid
The
in this
bullet
garage
holes.
is this. Bullet marks.
whatever.
Something's coming down.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's where we're at.
we have
Something's
to-
coming down.
Well, all this wasn't here when I got that. There was less decoration.
This is what I like.
earlier.
This is how I describe this to my kids. This place is an art installation. Things move, they come up, they go down.
It's a
It's got to be
They
Billy
go into
Strings,
storage.
right? I'm
gotta
kidding,
be on
I'm kidding.
camera.
I know Billy
Gotta
Strings ain't
fucking-
Billy
Oh,
Strings
shit
ain't
his
coming in.
pants when I took that down before you got here.
Well, Billy was like 12 in that shot.
All right, so here's the deal.
That's not Trevor Lawrence.
I know where it's going. Fucking asshole.
Thought you were
Yeah,
a
there's-
Jags
there's a-
fan.
Oh wait, our fucking
Don't put the
Instagram.
flag on the ground.
You're gonna say that for now.
could
Our
literally
Instagram
hang
post
it
the other
right-
day. First like was Robert Randolph, who's the best pedal steel player in the fucking world. Robert Randolph, the
Oh,
family
yeah, you
band.
said that.
Mohan, I'm like, you guys won't even know who the fuck this guy is, but black pedal steel player from the Southeast, fucking amazing. So, anyways,
He liked us.
yeah, like he's
Hell
like
yeah.
apparently loves pulling the cork. It was your video of you singing
Screaming the
fucking-
Cranberries.
the Cranberries at that bar. People
Who
were
was
like
the drunk
dude,
Irish guy?
So we put
Ronan.
oh dude, that guy.
He was throwing haymakers.
That guy was. We left before Ronan once again probably got banned from that bar. Like, dude, That guy is a great guy.
Can we talk about this on the Patreon?
Yeah.
Yes. All right,
Yes.
let's go. Chop chop.
Okay, so
Paid for content.
Yes.
Yeah.
we have
Voicemails.
one voicemail. One.
Troll
The most
on.
consistent voicemail. Now, I'm gonna say something real quick. I'm very disappointed in a certain pulling the cork person.
Doctor Strange.
Didn't come and fucking
MIA.
Froyo's neck.
Yeah, MIA. I don't know.
He comes in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange might not even be a fan anymore.
It's disappointing.
I have a theory. This Jake Langone kid on the Patreon.
It's his buddy.
Messaged him like 5 times, being like, "I want to send you Snickers." Crickets. Yeah,
Just
you want
Eric,
beer?
Mass Landing, New England, double
You
IPA.
got
Just,
a long second?
just telling you what I'm drinking, folks. I just realized that we haven't given a shout out to who the fuck we putting down.
While you're up,
You got it, buddy.
Attaboy.
Used to be my boy.
let's go, dude.
So also, hey, before we get this voicemail, shout out to Evan. Evan had knee surgery Friday, so he's
Evan.
laid up. He's laid up for a while, so he's gonna be probably double listening.
Listen, I'm a Evan.
Fuck Evan.
I love Evan. Evan,
That's fucking
He's been
rude.
shitting on you for life. Where
That's
your
rude.
boy, dude?
me and I'm a fucking Evan.
We're an
guy.
Evan guy.
I'll
We're
tell you
Evan
now,
guys.
Evan and I text like just me and Evan like
Yeah.
all the time. Like we have our
Nudes.
own relationship that's separate of Fitzy.
Nudes
Shitzy.
only.
Separate. It's separate of Shitzy.
What
Shitzy's
was the
not-
Irish percentage of everybody here, by the way? Everybody fucking Irish?
Mine.
I know you are.
Yeah,
I
but
can
know
show
you
you
are.
my ancestry right now if you
I
want
was gonna
to.
say we pull it on ancestries here.
I can if,
if
you,
you
want.
go,
we go. We
if you
put
go
them on
by
the-
I'm
Ancestry-
85%.
We slapping them on the fucking table right here with
If
the
you go by
ancestry?
ancestry, I'm like 17%.
Really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Irish?
Irish, and then like 80 something English, and then
That's
You're
Arabic.
so you're a fraud, dude.
I guess
You're
if
disgusting.
that's how you want to look at it.
You're done here.
My
Take
name's
that
more-
fucking
my
hoodie
name's
off.
more Irish than you, though.
I'm 85%.
Yeah, but my name's more Irish than
Says who?
everyone in
I
the
knew
world.
this was gonna spark
Everyone in
joy.
Ireland.
Garbage.
I knew I was sparking
Yeah.
joy.
What about you?
I identify as black. I had a Malcolm X head. All right, let's go. You ready?
Yo, it's your man Adam Jumptown. What's going on, you cuckoo birds? Big shout out to Chef in the house. Always love it when you get a chef on talking food. Things gets me all so hard. Anyways, can't wait to come back on, man. When's the next time Jumptown come back on, man? Anyway, that's not the point. IA Friday night, $10 tacos. You already know. We don't know, but we do know. You know what else we do know? Somebody's gonna be slinging some beef somewhere we don't know, but we do know. Anyways, up and down like life goes like a yo-yo. It's your man Adam Jumptown, keeping the quality high.
He talks in riddles.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. He's like
He's like the fucking Joker.
you know what he's like? He's like a great. He'd be like a great
He's
If
our
I was
guy.
writing
He's
a-
our guy.
If I was writing a movie, like you know what I mean? Like you ever see the movie The Shooter?
No.
Yeah, he'd be the radio disc jockey.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
like the
what's up?
guy. He's like the guy who's like the friend of the protagonist. Like that's like his buddy who like lives
The
in the apartment
sidekick.
next door. That like
He's
he's the
there.
best part of the movie. You know what I mean? But he's only like four
he's
scenes.
just over the. He's just over the shoulder.
Yeah. Dude, I watched Jumptown making breakfast this morning for like a half hour. Like, and I'm like, nothing was really happening. And then he just turns and he's like, Corey, Dave, Mike. He's like, we don't know, but we do. He's
don't
like,
know, but
"But
we know."
Yeah, but we know.
my
I can't wait to
God.
see him on fucking Friday night.
I can't either. And Doobie.
And Doobie. Yeah, Paul Doobie. Doobie's wings. Doobie's thighs. I never thought I'd be looking at Doobie's thighs, but that's what we're talking about. It's going to be a fucking great time. So, we got 2 events after that that are definitely happening.
100%.
Speaking of jump,
Yes.
Jumptown is who jumped me as the first guest.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got jumped by Jumptown.
And I
Correct.
told the
I'm the
story
first
before.
guest.
I've told the story before, but I'll tell it right
Absolutely.
now again.
I can't remember what happened.
We had never met Jumptown in person.
Ever.
I
Ever.
invited him
Never
on.
met him.
I texted Danny. I think I was drunk.
Meets me outside. Gives me a T-shirt. He goes, "Yo, it's your man, man, Jumptown." I'm
He's
like,
like turned it on right away.
Dude, I texted Danny. I'm like, I got a feeling about this kid, but I was drunk when I texted Jump to come on, like pretty drunk. So like I was like, I said, Danny, I think it's gonna be good.
Both
And then
pretty
I go
drunk?
up in the morning. Maggie's like, who's this guy you having on? I'm like, I started having like a panic attack. I'm like, I don't know this guy at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Why is there a guy in the front yard
yeah.
talking to himself?
Anyways, he came
giving
in.
out T-shirts to the help.
Trust your gut. That's what I gotta say. Trust your gut because the kid is
Oh
a
my
gem.
God. Dude, right away, my early on analogy at Jump, and I love you, buddy, was, dude, you were the 1-800 card for kids of beef reviews. Like the moment you hear, beep, change channel. I'm just like, 1-800.
Oh, see, I fucking
It's
loved
like the
him since
moment-
day one. I thought it was like performative
I busted his
comedy.
balls so
Hey,
hard. So
hold
that's
on.
what I did earlier.
I
was
know,
bust balls.
but listen. So I was the first person to say that. I was like, dude, you are Vanilla Ice. Like I was the first person ever saying.
You and I were that first post.
And
We
then-
busted
and then-
balls.
So talk about a fucking 180 when him and Kay were going at it. You're not telling me that's not the best video
Dude,
ever?
when he did the K video, was the best video that's ever been made, I think.
ever. With the fucking fake lashes and him.
Dude,
Nails.
I'm sorry. He nailed it with the fucking. He nailed it with that.
I was crying
That's the
laughing.
moment when he did the K video. That's the moment. I get you.
Yeah.
I was like, now I get you.
Which is like
Not-
a slow
You're
burn.
probably not
Yeah.
as self-aware
That's
as
so
I
fucking-
thought you might be, but
Fuck.
still, I get you.
He was,
I get you,
dude. I'm
That
telling
was
you right now,
priceless.
like we
And
were
then he
friends.
lost to K in that contest,
Yeah,
right?
we're not here to talk about that.
Devastated
Hey,
by
we're
that.
not here to talk
by
about
one,
that.
By one vote.
We're not here to talk about that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Listen,
that.
I'll tell you-
Devastated because that impersonation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was.
I'll
That was
say
one
this,
of the best video
One of the
ever.
greatest things that ever happened to the page.
Jumptown is a
100%.
guy that, like,
The best.
obviously
best.
we definitely value loyalty.
Oh yeah.
Jumptown is fucking loyal.
I got no
Like,
beef with Kay.
in the trench.
But guess what?
He's a trench kid.
Oh.
I'll jump in the trench with the kid.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But I still
you know
busted
what, you know what
balls.
Ferg says to this day? He goes, the best thing that ever happened to Paige was Craig and Gilly going at it.
Well, we sparked the whole. Dude, it literally. You know what? So here, let me give you a quick 5 minute, unless this should be Patreon shit.
No, go ahead.
How we all got here.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck I found the beef page. I don't know who invited me,
Nah, I
how
do.
it happened, what the fuck happened. I'm dying. I'm having such a good time. I'm laughing so hard at these reviews. I text my buddy, my boy JJ, Dynamite in LA, my boy JJ, sidekick.
Dynamite.
Like, JJ, fucking dude, you've got to log on to this page. I'm gonna send you an invite. He's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, fucking New England is fucking gonna love the shit out of this. Send it to him. We would call each other, LA to Boston, 3-hour difference, didn't matter, 12, 3, 5 in the morning. Oh my God, scroll down, find this guy fucking thread, read these fucking comments. I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. These guys are killing me. You, Fitzy, like everyone's killing me. I'm like, this is the fucking best. Go fuck yourself. I'm like loving the shit out of this shit. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. We're filmmakers. We're like, all right.
Is this
we're-
a dude I met?
Yeah, you met JJ.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, because we interviewed you.
Yes.
We haven't interviewed.
Oh,
we
that
interviewed
interview
you.
is unbelievable.
Well,
You
we
have
got
the,
we
No,
got-
you haven't even seen it
You
yet.
haven't
That's the
seen this
Tracy
shit.
McGrady jersey.
No,
one.
no. This was at Geo's, wasn't it?
Oh, what was the one when you have the
Pete's.
Tracy
Is this the one in
McGrady?
modern?
Pete's.
When I did.
Yeah.
When I was at
Pete's.
Yeah.
Pete's.
Oh, modern.
You
Yeah,
met
Pete's.
Bobby.
Pete's.
Pete's. Oh, okay.
Bobby
You look, by the way,
Canary was with me.
that clip when you're getting interviewed by Craig and you're like talking with the beef.
That wasn't him. That was a dude for another thing.
There's
That's the one
another
that-
shit.
Oh, but
So
that,
anyways.
that interview, real
His
quick,
is-
is the most
yours is
Boston
gonna
thing
be
I've ever
better.
seen.
Oh, this is we're putting in work.
Yeah.
I know. Ferg
Patreon talk.
Ferg just posted some shit they're
Patreon
filming.
talk.
Like motherfuckers have no
Patreon
idea.
talk.
We got shit, but I will tell you. Fuck it. I'll tell you in Patreon how we got here.
Okay.
Fuck that.
All right.
I'll tell you how we got
So join us for the Patreon if you are down. And if not, you can go fuck yourself. Just kidding. We love you all.
Feature
absolutely
length
love you
film
all.
coming. Patreon.
But we have
Craig, thank you
all right,
so
listen,
much.
Craig, you're the fucking man. Real quick, we get the fucking show this week, right?
Plug your shit.
Yeah, Instagram. YouTube.
Yeah. Cracked Pepperhead.
Crack Pepperhead's my regular Instagram. Barbecue it show.
I'll link all this stuff too.
Barbecue it on YouTube. YouTube.com/BBQIT.
The fucking channel's awesome.
Sitting at
30,000?
Sitting at 38.5 or 39.5 somewhere in there. Going to
Subs.
when I hit 30,000, it's ball game. We're about to roll. I got to get popping.
Because you can make some money off that,
I took
right?
a hiatus. I do make a little bit.
Yeah.
I could have made a lot more, but I found the beef page, and then COVID hit, and then I just, had to deal with life.
Yeah.
Listen,
to get there.
We don't bring we don't bring schmucks on this page.
No. I can
So-
tell you right now,
We've had people that were fucking signed to record deals, right?
Prez.
John Prez. We got Dave Russo, he still goes to Vegas. We got a man that's got a barbecue
we
channel.
got a guy named Clocky who sneaks snacks into the movie.
These are our type of
Only
people.
legends.
Only legends.
So
yeah.
no bullshit. Just if you listen, spread the word, and literally, like when we bring guests on, like my man Craig Kimberley, fucking do the right thing.
So
Start
here's
listening
what
to
we
his
got
shit.
coming up, though, real quick. We got Mohan coming on next weekend. We're doing a cereal draft.
Cereal draft.
We've been waiting to have Mohan on forever. Love him. This is my fucking jam band buddy. We go to shows together. He's the fucking man. And the week after that, we got Joey Boats. He's coming on. We're talking cults.
Yep.
So listen, we love you. Be safe this week. Oh, real quick, the sharing thing for the lunch out with the boys.
Yeah, we're still.
It's a tight race right now.
I know it is. Are you
You
catching
still
on to
get
this?
time to catch up. By the way, you still get time to catch up. Sean B, crushing it as always. Ricci, as always. Original Ginger. You know, like some of the best. But I'd love to see some new faces share that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
gee.
listen, I gotta say this right now. We can't wait to do that.
Brian Bach.
Brian Bach. Here's the deal. Brian Bach's a fucking day one rider, an OG. A fucking. He is a. I got a great.
You see that fucking.
He slept with that. Brian Bach had
His
his.
sweet recliner.
Brian Bach has got.
He was
is-
snoozing.
He has
Ow.
He took a
Polnico
quick nap and
DNA.
rallied.
He has Polnico
yeah, I'll
DNA
pass out
running
that
through his
thing
fucking
before you know
veins,
it.
dude. He is one of the best. He's gonna love that fucking comment right there. Took a great picture with his fucking PTC hoodie on the
Yep.
other day.
Yeah, he
fucking
did.
man, dude. I love that guy.
Nice scally.
Shout out to future guests.
That's right.
If you don't fucking show up with something,
That's right.
a nice little present,
Yeah,
some
bring us
fucking
something.
hot meats,
I'll
don't,
say this right now.
don't come through. You're gonna get run.
You know who always
Don't come
brings?
through.
You know who
Cold
always
beer,
brings gifts?
hot food, gifts.
Jumptown.
Jumptown.
Always brings like beers that he's got. Like that he
Something.
got. Yeah.
And a high mind, dude.
Yeah. In a very.
Yeah, and
a
I
mind that's
specifically
in
was
Saturn.
not baked tonight.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go Jumptown and be fucking baked the whole night.
That's all right. You can do whatever you want. You'll come back.
Beef
on,
Erickson's
right?
upset with me
You'll come
right
back
now.
on, right? So I'd like to do like a video with us going up to your place, learn to barbecue.
Oh, that'd be great.
And then I'd like to do the pork one.
Yeah, that'd be
I
awesome.
think that would be great cross
The
promotion.
pork one's gonna be fucking fire, dude. We should all go to that for real.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good time.
So, anyways,
Absolutely.
check out BBQ It. This is a great. You know who's gonna love this fucking show?
My brother.
Your brother, Kev Maher. My dad is gonna fucking love Craig
Yes.
Kimberley. He's gonna be like, oh, good guy. Yeah, good shit.
Love Pop.
Anyways, we will see you at the comedy show if you are a fucking winner.
Yeah. It's
right.
already listen, it's already sold out. It's over sold out. Thank you for
Is Darcy
everyone.
going?
Darcy's not gonna be here. Like there's a lot of people like Julie Wilcox, she won't be here. They're
Your
all
sister, Darcy's been.
she's a
I
fraud.
was saving your uncle's life. She hasn't done shit with it.
She's a fraud.
Step it up.
You're a fraud.
All right, we love you. We'll see you on the Patreon. Peace.